have a fear of failure. I know that I'm a leader and there's people that look up to me. My fear of failure just fuels my desire to be great. And we in a lose-lose situation. We come from nothing, we come from the bottom. So if I risk everything to become everything I want to be in life and it fails, I'll still be where I was in the beginning, okay? But if I don't risk everything to become who I am, I'm gonna live with that regret.
Brooklyn, we go hard.
Reggie.
I'm sure everybody knows this. It's a classic.
Reggie.
Just stay with me till the first verse, guys.
Okay.
Not the whole song. It's okay. I know we're on time crunch. You know?
I know we're on time.
It's never a time crunch here at the Need to Know podcast.
This is a great start.
We could do a 4-hour pod.
It's a vibe.
Nice.
Ready, listen. Ready, listen.
All right, let's do a lyric breakdown.
Let's go.
Girl, if I told you I love you,
So he doesn't want to tell her.
that doesn't mean that I don't care.
Okay, cut it. Okay, so I've been wanting to say for you. I mean, I just want people to know that's one of my favorite songs. I love it. I know it's a classic. It's gonna play at my wedding, but it doesn't make sense. Like the lyrics do not make sense. He says, "Girl, if I told you I love you, that doesn't mean I don't care." What does that mean? Like? What does that?
That
mean?
means I fucked up.
But what does
So I
that
love
mean?
you.
Like
I
feel
got
like
it.
And that don't mean
No,
I
but
don't
like,
care.
Okay.
does it make sense to you?
Okay, so what I'm interpreted it as
Yeah.
is he's saying if I tell you I love you, that doesn't mean I don't care. He probably fucked up.
Why would I? Yeah, but why would
That's
I?
nigga language.
Yeah, Dev, that's what he said.
He's basically because I think he's basically saying that I fucked up.
Yeah.
And I know I told you I love you. I fucked up, but that doesn't mean I don't care.
We gotta like
Yeah, I'm confused.
in the nigga
Right, the writing of it, I get. Okay, I
It's
get.
odd.
I've like had this like.
Huh?
It has bothered me for so long, and I've put it in my
Flustered.
group chats, and they've explained to me, no, like he's saying, stop twisting my words. But I feel like the writing of it is not clear, and it has bothered me for so long.
So can I hear the second part?
I'm
Can I
with
hear
you.
the- can-
Okay.
can we
No,
hear the
the
second part?
I mean, do you want to go to the second verse?
No, I want to hear the next part.
He does
Let's do
this
that.
again.
Can we hear the next
Okay,
line?
okay.
The next line. Yeah.
And when I tell you I need you, don't you think that I'll never
Okay.
be there?
So he's
doesn't
dealing
have-
with he's dealing with a girl that has trust issues.
Nah, he's
No,
just
I
spitting
get,
game.
I get that's the point, but I just feel like
That
it's
is
not,
a
it's not portrayed
writing is
clearly.
odd.
It's
But-
like, yeah, sorry.
Sometimes as a guy, you gotta like overcompensate, right? So what he did, he has an amazing voice.
Okay.
Phenomenal. Yep.
Slim has one of the most
Classic.
distinct
Very
voices.
distinct.
in,
Yeah,
like,
I love this
R&B.
song. I love
You
this
know what I'm
song.
saying? So like
Yeah.
for him, it's like, bro, you don't even have to hear what I'm saying. You know what it is? It's like a guy with a huge dick who can't fuck.
All right.
All right.
And
It's
back.
like,
welcome to the pod.
I
You're
wouldn't-
just
I wouldn't know about that.
overcompensating
Because
because
he
you
said-
just got a big dick, so you ain't really got to put no work
No, look, in
in.
the
Starting strong.
Speaking from experience?
second verse, he
Think
says,
about it.
Savon
"Girl,
hit
when
a
I ask you
half-court
to,"
shot.
he says, "Girl, when I ask you to trust me, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna cheat on you." Like that just
Hear me
doesn't
out.
really
Hear me
make.
out.
I don't know. It's not like fluid to me. Like
I think he's dealing with a woman that has trust issues.
that always like.
Like when I say, and I've dealt with women like this too. I say one thing and they assume another.
Okay.
And then you start thinking to yourself like, but no, I told you this
Yeah.
is how I feel, and somehow you've interpreted it into
whole
something
nother
else.
way.
So I feel like
Yeah.
it should have been like, "Girl, when
Yeah.
I tell you I love you, like please believe me," or something like that.
I
Instead of
hear
like,
That's
you.
not like
It
sexy
just-
I
enough to
understand
leave.
where she's coming from because that I'm gonna be honest, that writing is a little like
backwards.
yeah, it's very backwards.
I get the point, but I
fire.
just think it wasn't like, I don't know. But still, it's classic though.
it's classic. Yeah, whoever wrote it.
I just want to say this to be like, does anybody else see what I'm saying though?
Watch
'Cause-
Babyface wrote
I've
this
heard that
shit. Hold
song thousands of times. That's the first time I've actually tried to analyze.
Cupid.
I'm telling you what it is. He's like the writing
what do
doesn't
you
have to be
mean?
good when you have a great when he sounds the way that he sounds.
I'm confused.
Like,
Nah,
it's
the
a
writing does have to be
ballad. It's a
good. Come
ballad.
on.
What?
It's a-
What? Savon?
Listen to his
You're the
voice.
music guy here.
Yeah, it's him.
But
Music
this
man
song is
Savon.
But this song is about a feeling.
Right.
This song is strictly about a feeling. So what he's saying, it makes sense if you just listen to what he's saying.
Darren Jones.
I
I'm
see.
telling
That's
you.
why I'm glad I was never one to save on little girlfriends because I just know they was just so confused.
I hate it.
Nah,
Like,
they
I'm
understand me.
I'm
They
do
get me,
they?
though.
What
No,
do you
he
mean?
said,
course.
I don't
when
even
I
know.
tell you I need you, don't think that I'll never be there. What is that like? I don't know. It just doesn't translate well.
I'm going with
I
trust
feel
issues.
like.
Said it. I think it is a trust issue thing. I agree with
Of
you
course,
there.
yeah, I
but
get that.
I
Yeah.
agree with Reggie on the point of it is kind of oddly written as
Yeah.
far as that, but I do understand. I still understand him.
And
like, for the most
Dev
part.
is an amazing songwriter, so I win. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I'll take that.
He's on
I'll
my
take that.
side.
I like that.
Thank
I
you
like
very
that a
much.
lot. What's going on, Need to Know family? We are here on another edition of the Need to Know podcast. It's what you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. I have not done that intro in quite some time. And wow, I could really hear myself now. Good job, Drew. Like, you're great, man.
You're great, man.
He is. He's great. We got a lot to talk about today, but before we get into anything, I do want to introduce you guys to somebody. Actually, no, let me reintroduce you. There's a program happening, right? And we always say support black businesses. As you all know, Devon Terrell, black entrepreneur, myself, black entrepreneur, Alex, he an entrepreneur too.
He's like,
Yo, what's up with you?
no,
Alex,
Alex,
what you mean?
Alex is
Women?
mad stuff. Come on.
does
No,
mad
you're
stuff.
an entrepreneur.
Yeah, what's up with you? Why you say my entrepreneur different?
That was shade. That was shade.
That
you
was
mean?
mad shade.
Alex,
Was it?
Alex dropped his
He
phone
built-
out of his Beamer the other day.
Wait, what?
So wait, what that got to do with entrepreneurship?
I don't know. I just wanted to throw something at you just
He
because I
built
felt
this
like
platform with you.
No. No. I'm talking about outside of the like this podcast.
okay.
Like, his
Yeah.
outside entrepreneurship.
Yo, what's up with you? You just
Nigga.
we just starting to shoot.
Bro, you're the crypto king. What the fuck you talking about?
He is.
You told me about all the plays
King
that I
Crypto.
did. King Crypto, you and Nas.
I'm mad confused.
But anyway, let's start here, right?
Okay.
29-year-old commercial real estate entrepreneur Ramel made his first ever six-figure check with a Brooklyn brownstone he sold for $1.2 million. He continues to build a strong commercial real estate portfolio with now over 30 rental units and counting.
That's right. That's right.
Wonderful.
And on November 13th, 2021, in NYC, you're going to be hosting, you're going to be live. You'll be hosting an exclusive private screening to the world premiere of Making of a Mogul, a road to a multi-million-dollar real estate empire, which is a motivational story of how a millennial entrepreneur was able to change his life through real estate investing.
Yes, indeed. Watch as he uncovers the truth behind building a real estate empire and what it takes to succeed in the real estate industry.
Yep, this exclusive movie premiere only has 50 spots. Come on, that's 55 like 50 cent. Hello, but it ain't $50. For the first 10 people to register, they will receive a free business credit in building ebook. That's fly.
Exactly. Make sure you guys text Mogul Film to 347-429-6496 to register your spot today. I may be in the building. Everybody always wants to know how to kind of flip their bread. It's a flip. This pandemic, one thing it taught all of us, I hope and pray, is that you can be your own boss. You can make your own money. You can find your own hustle. You can find your own passion. So shout out to Ramel for this event. I'm really looking excited. I'm looking forward to it. Ramel is actually, he was on our very third. I'll say first. He was on the third
Very
episode.
third.
He was on our very third, right?
One of the people that believe this.
He did. He believed in this early, and he will also be on one of our episodes coming up shortly. But with all of that good stuff, Devon Terrell, HMD Studios.
TheHMDstudio.com for all your podcasting, event space, and recording studio needs. If you're looking for a creative space that is created by artists, for artists, then come on to TheHMDstudio.com and get yourself your stuff for your creativity. Yes.
And it's
That's all
flying
I
here,
got.
man. You might walk into like Eric Bellinger or something.
Look at this nigga throwing the.
Wait, has Eric Bellinger been in here before?
I cannot confirm or
Conflict.
deny.
Oh, my fault. You're right.
Will not
There's
confirm or deny.
There's been a few people like,
Yeah.
I walked out and I was like, oh wait, this.
It's him.
I want to say names, but I can't say names. But just know,
you
like,
can say there's a few because the
you can
videos
run
are
into-
out.
you can run into your
Yeah,
favorite
we've
artists
had
here.
Jim Jones has been here. We've
Aw,
had
shit.
the
Boss from
pleasure.
Dreamville.
Boss.
J. Cole.
Oh, Boss,
from
Boss was
Dreamville.
here.
Yep.
We had the pleasure. We have the pleasure of having Pop Smoke's mom here. She's actually we do a lot of stuff with her. We have the pleasure of doing that. There's a lot of people. Shout out Vina Love. Vina Love
That's
comes
love,
here,
man.
records
All
with
them
us. A lot of people trust us.
We
a
had
lot.
A Major in the building.
A Major.
I was gonna say that shit. I was like trying to say. I'm like,
Yo, Reggie's great.
We
A
got
Major
A
from the Need
Major
to
in the
Know
building.
A
podcast.
Major in
We
here.
coming in now.
Yeah, man. This is home. This is home court.
Yeah.
speaking
Bridget and Mandy.
of-
Sorry, I feel bad.
Of course.
I felt bad
How
not
did we
saying
forget
it.
about Bridget and Mandy?
Because they're family. That's why.
Yeah, it's different
they're
when it's
family.
family.
That's
feel like
another
that
thing
was
too.
it.
Once you step in here, you like become like a regular
Yeah.
person weekly. Yeah,
Yes.
that
Then we
family.
we kick it. Yes. My bad.
Absolutely. No, you good. You good. Speaking of family, shout out to Pierre, right? So this weekend, guys, I did a thing.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I did a freaking thing.
Okay.
Why you laughing?
Yo. Like, honestly, I never seem to like amaze myself.
Okay.
I'm not gonna hold you.
All right.
Like, just never. I just do shit sometimes. Oh shit, it's me. Oh damn, I did that.
Strong
Bro,
starts. Strong starts.
I worked at a comedy club.
Oh.
I actually
Wait.
performed a set.
What?
I killed this shit,
There's
bro.
no way you did that. I
Bro.
saw
Wait,
this
like
on
a
your Instagram.
stand-up?
Bro, I was working on a bit. I was working on a routine. I had to flush the material out. And I said, what better way than to do it and tear down NYC's The Carolines Comedy Club?
Wait, what the
This
fuck?
did not happen.
Nigga, I walked in. I
This
said,
did not
yo, do you
happen.
know HMD Studio? They was like, of course. I said, bro, I worked there. They was like, nigga, get on stage.
No fucking way.
Oh, it's lit.
You did a seminar on
preface
entrepreneurship?
this?
I
So
can't tell
went-
if he's being serious
You
or
did a
not.
seminar
Like,
on
I can't,
entrepreneurship?
like,
I didn't do a
I
seminar.
went on Instagram
This nigga,
and I seen an Insta story and I seen Savon on stage with a microphone and it confused me and I wondered, what is this? And I hit him quickly and you told me that you and Pierre were doing something at the Carolines. You didn't perform though.
nah, I mean, in my head, I performed.
All right, there we
what'd you
go.
do? Tell
Like
us
in
what
my
you did.
story,
I
I
was like,
performed.
tell us
You
what
guys
you
sell
did.
tickets?
The
Or
fuck?
I
was
think with comedy clubs, sometimes you can just.
Killing it. No, so I worked an event. I was a camera operator.
Oh,
Mind
wow.
you,
You
What
was-
were
I
you doing
just-
on stage?
You was
just to
out
get the
on-
snap?
Well, I was on stage, right?
Yeah.
Because when you just when the stage calls your name, when you just built for greatness and certain things in life, you just find your way.
That's why artists hate you
spotlight.
niggas.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Like
niggas.
it's
Artists
like,
hate you
damn,
niggas.
why the
Y'all mock
stage?
us.
But yo, why you call me like that? I ain't even want to be. I ain't even come here for this.
No one has ever
Yo,
said this.
Pierre's
for
been
real.
laughing the entire time.
No, but the stage did that to me. I'm
Yo,
telling you.
Was it for
I
like
heard
a
the
test
stage
shot or
belongs on the
something?
stage. It was a test shot. It had to be.
It was a
It
test
had to be a
was a
fucking
test
test shot.
Nah, because
was a
like,
test shot.
Let me tell you something. The way he was holding the mic, I was like, "This ain't real." He was like,
Wait, what you mean?
yo, he was like, Pierre, get this story
Nah.
real quick.
You know
Wait,
what?
I didn't mute it. I thought I muted it. You heard the one too?
No, I saw your mic pause. Your mic skills. This sounds crazy. Me saying mic skills and doing this.
Yeah.
But I saw you holding the mic, and I was like, "This nigga ain't doing that." You know a nigga that not used to, well, you know when the nigga is like new to a mic a little
Yeah.
bit when he hold it with his elbow out this far.
I had the elbow out?
You was like, check. I was like, yo, relax.
Well, you know, I was
I
around
had the
some
locks
real
before.
hood niggas.
That's like
That's
when.
the hood nigga. That's the hood nigga. on stage.
No, yeah,
It's like the nigga that hold the gun sideways.
Exactly. That is not
Dangerous people.
accurate. By the way, all you niggas that do
dangerous
that, I know you don't know how to shoot when you put it sideways.
Please aim a gun at me that way. You're gonna miss. Like, thank
He
God.
ain't gonna hit me.
The nigga that like really knows how to hold the gun, like with two hands, and he got
Right.
one shoulder in the back,
Don't
and that shit
move.
is straight, and
That's
the
the
other
hitter.
one's bent.
Yeah.
That's the person I want to
Like ghosts.
avoid.
That's it.
That's the real Udo.
Not you
Yeah.
side gunning holding niggas.
Yeah,
So
man.
wait, Pierre, you had to tell Savon what to do this time? That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna tell.
I'll
I
relate.
know what he wants to say.
I'll relate, Pierre. Come on, give it. Come on.
Yeah.
So,
Come on.
so real
You've been laughing
quick,
this whole
bro.
time.
Real
Come on.
quick. If I could big myself up, I could show myself too, right?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, you
So
got to.
we was working this event, mind you. I've never been a camera op. Like it's
Right.
just not my thing. I've done everything in production.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So I was super comfortable. But then this nigga, and I always tell Pierre, whenever we work on anything, I always tell Pierre, bro, I do it all. I don't touch cameras.
Right.
First off, I'm too broke to operate them shits.
Okay.
I can't afford to drop a camera. No,
Oh,
I'm dead ass, bro.
okay, okay,
Like
okay,
if
okay,
you
okay.
like, yo,
Okay.
Savon, can you move this over here? I'm a dead ass looking. You be like, no.
Yo.
Like I've
I'm
told
not
Pierre,
liable.
I get
like
it.
yo,
Just
I'm
be
not
expensive.
touching that shit. That shit
Okay.
is a lot of money. And,
I get it.
And it's like that's some people's livelihood. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So imagine I just trip and fall. I'm mad, clumsy, doofy, and stupid sometimes, and I just damn, now it's over. Your whole life is over. You can't pay your
That's
rent
true.
Oh, my
because of my toes. Like, what are we doing?
I get it.
So
A lot of pressure.
I always tell Pierre, like, yo, I'm not doing anything with cameras.
Right.
He set me up.
Okay.
First off.
Good job, P.
So an hour before I'm supposed to be on set, he's like, yo, bro, I need you to translate your skills from the Joe Budden podcast and all the amazing podcasts that you produce.
Right.
I need you to do this for JB Smoove. He's hosting, and you should do it.
Okay.
I'm like, bet, I could do timestamps. I could, help
Kinda
produce.
produce it.
Come on,
Right.
man.
Yeah,
I can do
yeah,
this shit in my
4-5.
sleep. What you need?
Right.
Period.
Me? It's me,
I
right?
got this.
He is.
So then
he is
I'm
I.
in the car on my way to the venue.
Okay.
He hits me like, yo, bro, you still there? I'm like, yo, bro, I promise you I live 15 minutes away. I'm in the city. I'm lit. It's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Then he goes, well, you ever work a camera? Now, why would
Throw that at a nigga 15
on
minutes
the
for it's
way,
crazy.
bro?
Yeah,
I'm like,
what?
why would I, nigga? You work the camera. What the
Right.
fuck?
We pay you.
So then, so he was like, "Yo, bro, you got to operate this camera. You have to." Now, if you ever watched a comedy film, anybody, and we're gonna talk about Dave Chappelle a little bit later.
Okay.
But if you've seen any comedy film, there's always that one shot that follows the comedian.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a physical comedian. There's a
Yeah.
watch. There's a bunch of different shots.
Right.
But it's the money shot.
It's the shot. Yeah,
It's
the
like
main.
the.
The main one.
The
I'll
one.
say some wild
Camera A
nasty
or-
shit, but it's like the money shot.
I
You
should have
know?
let him figure that
You
one out.
should've.
I fucked up.
and I'm following JB Smoove, and I didn't know that
funny as hell.
certain cameras just turn off, right? So Pierre's operating, and then as I'm filming, mind you, this man, he's goated. Right?
Yeah.
JB Smoove, he's on every commercial,
Right.
Every single. So I don't want to fuck this up, and
course.
I know Pierre like to show off. Pierre likes to show off.
does?
So of course he.
haven't
What do you
seen
mean?
that. I haven't
Yo,
seen that.
Pierre likes because he be killing shit. His
Right.
setup, everything's immaculate.
Right.
So
Yeah,
what
you
Pierre
laughing
likes to
this entire
do,
time.
like, and shout out to him, right? He'll live edit it, which is why he has the switcher.
Right.
But then he goes and shows the talent immediately.
Right.
So I knew he was gonna show JB Smoove, like, yo, this is my
This is-
work.
right.
I got the shaky hands. The nigga JB Smoove, he getting up, sitting down. His forehead is like cut off. I'm
You're
fucking it
mad
all up.
scared.
Right?
You're not in frame.
But there was this one time the camera shut off.
Right.
And so I just go, and yo, Pierre, yo, bro.
Damn, that's mad
I think I
pressure.
was loud as fuck. I
freaked out.
yo, JB might have heard me. I was like, hey, yo, bro, I can't get this. I'm like, yo,
freaked
it's
out.
not working. And then
lost
niggas
his
was
shit.
looking around. He was like, yo, bro, chill.
Just chill, just
and
chill.
then he looks at me dead in my soul.
Right.
I'm in distress.
What, JB Smoove or
I am
Pierre?
fucking
No, this nigga.
sweating.
Yeah.
He looks at me and he goes, yo, bro, like,
Just turn it on.
press record.
That's right. just hit record.
It'd be shit like
yeah,
that,
just
though.
press record. Like, after 30 minutes,
That's a parable for
It
life.
cuts off.
that's what happens.
Should be
Just
looking
press
mad
record.
hard. Just press record.
Nigga had anxiety. Shit gave you
Yeah, that
anxiety,
was
right?
anxiety. Yeah, that was.
Shit gave you
anxiety.
maximum anxiety.
Bro, what?
Imagine.
Start thinking like.
Think about
I'd
that.
rather had been on the stage
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
than to do you can't like
It's
can't
not-
reach
you
out.
could-
Not
those
that.
moments.
Not that either.
I thought I dislocated his shoulder.
Nigga said like this. Nigga has it.
But yeah. Yeah.
Press the button.
Please, like, help me.
I get it.
But
I know,
yeah, that was my weekend.
So
Not a
the
really
anxiety.
weekend.
Good.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
I'm glad you got that. I think everybody
so-
should try that at least once.
now-
you have
For a
respect
fact.
for you have respect for the cameraman.
No,
after
but
that.
now
Oh,
he's
absolutely.
an expert camera operator now.
That's right.
Yeah,
Now
more
you
than
can
You
that.
can put
Might
that
hit-
on his resume.
or
Might
his
hit the
bio
road.
on Instagram.
Oh, camera operator.
Yo,
Yeah,
the
you
bio
gotta-
was a
you gotta
little
add the
full, my
bio
nigga.
now.
The bio.
Hey.
The
don't-
bio was a little full.
Put the
I don't
little
know.
Yeah,
Cam-
you
little
saw
camera
he said
emoji.
I do media or whatever.
I do
That's it.
media
That's
or
That's Savon's bio.
Right,
I need a better bio.
He does so much that he can't even list it all. So he said, "Oh, whatever."
He making
Whatever
me think
you
about
need.
that. I need a better bio now. My
Reggie,
bio.
Wait, what is
Reggie
your-
be killing the bios.
Yeah, she be.
I don't put
writing
anything.
shit.
Her bio's
Yo, that'd be
goated.
fire. What if you wrote my bio and then I put
I
written by
ghostwrite
Reggie?
your.
That'd
no,
be hard.
no, I'll ghostwrite your bio. No, it has
That'd be
to,
hard.
It's
Look where we
supposed to be
taking
from you. Wait, what is your bio?
In my Instagram,
I'm deaf.
Yeah,
Bio?
like what? Yeah, is it
It
like?
just
I'm
says Raw Devonta Raw.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that sounds porny. Porny.
That's a
Nah,
pornos
wow, it sounds
perfume.
corny.
Nah, change your shit tonight. Say
Maybe
that shit
people
like that,
come to my
bro.
page and go, "This is a porn star here."
Raw
We
Devon.
told you what
Raw.
your nickname was in high school on Patreon.
What was my nickname? in
I
high
ain't
school?
repeating it on this episode.
was Roach?
Go to the Patreon if y'all want to hear this nigga's episode in high
They
school.
call
His
me
nickname.
Roach. Wait, what was my nickname? What was my
called
nickname?
you
No.
Roach?
What's my nickname? I don't
Nah,
give a fuck. I ain't
no,
scared of.
no,
I
I
ain't considered a big pod.
No, I said I'm not telling you.
Wait, you made this nickname?
I didn't make it. It
Yeah,
just
nah,
came
don't
to
fucking
me.
say that.
Remember?
Yeah, fuck no.
You
no.
remember the nickname?
No, I
now.
don't. No, I don't.
They called you Roach?
They call me Roach. I was really fast.
I can't.
Couldn't catch me.
I'm not doing this today.
Niggas called you Roach.
Dead ass.
Niggas
In
used to
basketball.
smoke you.
No.
Niggas smoke
In
roaches.
basketball.
Niggas used to smoke
Look how you
son.
turned it into some
Look what
hood
niggas, yo,
shit.
niggas used to smoke
Niggas
you,
just
bro.
smoking on Roach, nigga.
That's
No,
crazy.
we didn't. No one said that ever in high school. No.
So why they ain't call you like something
what?
like Fly?
Fly, I was not the flyest nigga. I couldn't afford anything. I was broke. I haven't been this. I haven't been. I'm not cool now, but I was not
Cool.
even what I have today
Nah, you were.
in high school.
I like fly up, Roach. They used
Didn't
to call
you
me.
win? Didn't you win like homecoming king or some shit?
I was
Yeah.
president of my high school class.
Yes, so
mad
he was
popular.
cool.
Hey,
Wasn't cool.
All right, Roachy.
They used to call me black. I ain't like that.
Roachy is crazy. See how you
Nah,
start
Roachy
shit?
is nuts.
See how niggas start
But
shit?
why you let people call you that?
Because I was fast and I was playing ball and I was fast. Niggas like,
Roaches
yo,
ain't
Roach,
even fast.
that
We
shit
kill
hard.
those on demand,
say,
bro.
how fast are they?
Niggas be smacking
They're like, you
roaches.
not
You
that
ever,
fast.
all right, you ever step on a roach and then he play dead?
Unfortunately,
and then he
I
be
have.
out? Come
If
on,
you want to
bro.
be a tortoise, say that. Like, what you mean?
I'm not saying niggas call me this. I'll tell you what happened. Listen, I'm just telling you what happened.
You ever killed a fly?
Yeah, nigga.
But it's hard.
That was
The
pretty
level
fast,
of
yeah. You have to be
difficulty
fast
is
to kill a fly.
is like on all Madden. Like if you play Madden, bro, that's
good.
the hardest difficulty. Like
My
to
dad could
kill
do
an
the
insect.
my dad could do the wild Asian shit where it's like with chops like that shit.
Reggie,
Wait, what movie is that from?
please
again?
don't open me up to
Nah,
racism.
that's how I.
It's not. I think it's cool.
He can catch it with chopsticks.
Yes.
Don't say
Get
that.
the fuck out of here,
That's
Reggie.
impressive.
Y'all,
Now
can,
you
y'all can
lying.
say I brought it on myself, so y'all could
With
get
chops,
you could
now
get
that
your
you
jokes
open
off.
it,
That's
I got
impressive.
I'm gonna tell you what Africans
What?
do. We just get rid of flames with our fingertips. Like we just
Oh,
Flames?
like
like a candle flame. We'll just
Nah. There's
fuck
no
is up with y'all?
way.
What's up with y'all? This is crazy.
Yo.
Her dad is incredible.
we're ninjas. We're all ninjas.
What the fuck?
We're all ninjas.
Nah, Reggie, you're fucking kidding. He can catch or fly
You
with
seen it?
chopsticks.
With your
hopefully,
eyes?
yes,
His
yeah. Wait,
hand-eye
what movie is that from?
coordination
It's from a
is
movie, and he
insane.
tried it one time. He could just do it.
I don't know.
Reggie, you gotta film that.
Yeah, you gotta film
Okay,
that.
I'll try.
catch
I'll
that.
try. I'll
You
try.
have to.
Holy
I'll bring
shit.
proof.
Talk
I'll bring
about
proof.
viral.
That TikTok will go crazy.
That's
Talk
like
about viral.
that's like some superpower shit.
is.
bro.
Absolutely.
Fucking
I
fly.
don't
He
know.
definitely gives very old, wise Asian man vibes.
Oh, I love
I
that.
feel like you posted a picture recently.
Can he read me a parable?
I'll do all this. Yes, and we'll go viral.
I
Yes.
feel like you posted something of your dad.
I post
Like,
a
seen
lot
him.
of throwback pictures of my parents
Yeah, I
because I
finally
really
seen
like
them.
their fashion from back in the day.
Yeah, I peeped them. I was like, oh shit, it's Reggie's dad.
Again.
Yeah, fly.
It's
No
dope.
pun intended.
It's
I'm
dope
trying
when
to
your
think
dad is
like
there.
the cool thing that my parents could do.
What you mean?
My mom could just make a fire ass turkey and cheese sandwich.
That's all you need.
I'm not gonna hold you.
We love that.
It's something about your parents' sandwiches. Like if
slap
your
different.
mom.
Yeah.
But why? Why is that?
I don't know.
What's the
'Cause
that's your
science
mom.
behind that?
Care.
Bro, I would eat my mom's sandwich before I ate like a 5-course like well done
Meal
steak.
anywhere.
I feel it.
Well
my
done,
mother, we were pretty poor, which I figured out later. She would make
did a good job.
spaghetti in 80 different ways. Like I'm
Fire.
talking fucking spaghetti and sausage, spaghetti and frank, spaghetti and fucking
Oh, fire.
parmesan. She would make every style of spaghetti, but I didn't realize like spaghetti's really cheap to make. It's a big meal, so you can make like a bucket of that shit and be good for the week.
For the
so
week,
different
so I would
ingredients
eat
in
that
that
shit
shit.
every day. I love spaghetti to this, but
No,
ironically, I still like spaghetti
No,
a lot.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Like no matter how rich I get, I'll
Yeah.
always love certain struggle meals from my childhood.
How do you feel about ramen?
I love.
That's racist.
No, that's not right. No, it's
And I
racist.
said it.
No, it's racist.
Yo!
No.
That's racist.
It's racist for you to
joking.
ask because of course I love it. Like what?
What the fuck?
How wouldn't I?
Hold on. What the fuck?
What?
What the fuck, man?
That boy's shooting today.
Hey, man, what the
That
fuck?
boy's shooting
I'm
today.
sorry.
No, that's not.
racist.
It's
No,
not
that's not.
racist.
That's like me asking you, like, oh, how do you feel about jollof? Like, where's like your favorite place?
You
Like,
know what
that's-
I'm saying?
That's not. Nah,
Yeah.
Savon is
But-
not.
but hold on.
It's jokes. I kid.
But
I
ramen
kid,
is
bro.
so universal
It is,
across
yeah.
the board to
I
me.
mean, like
Yo,
the instant ramen, the college staple, that is
Yes,
universal.
that's what I'm
But
talking
the
about.
Japanese
the
real
jailhouse.
ramen.
I'm not talking. I'm
Yeah.
talking about just ramen noodles. Like
Oh, just
straight
ramen
up.
in
What do you guys
general.
know
Yeah.
about the broth? The,
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah, no, I'm a
hours
ramen whore.
roasted. Come on.
Come on, I tried to get a wok. I wanted a wok bowl so that I can make real ramen because I make a beef ramen, but I make it with the ramen, like the actual ramen. I still make it good, but I do it with like the fish oil. I do it with
Wow.
sesame oil. I got a whole
I love
recipe
this for
for
you.
it.
Oh, so you a chef
it's so
chef.
good. Once in a blue, I'll cook. That's why the people in my house they pissed off of me.
A need to know podcast.
You be
cook
fucked
off.
up.
You be
Yo,
fucked up.
shh. We got
You'd
an
be
idea.
surprised. If I sit in
Pierre
front of
and I
that shit, it's
connected
gonna
over
fuck
the
you up.
weekend.
You like, this nigga is not chefing it up right now. I can't believe this one.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
You know what it is? I
If
feel
we
like
chef it up, oh,
I feel like I would
Let's
cook.
go. Let's do it right now.
Oh, y'all ready to go for this?
Let's
This
do it
might
right
have to be
now.
a
give me
thing.
some
Let's do it
hoisin
right now.
sauce.
Yeah,
Give me
this might
some.
have to be a
I'm
thing.
very Reggie, I'm not being racist. See, y'all fucked this up for me.
No, I didn't do
say
nothing.
Dave
No,
Chappelle
please.
said it, bro. It's his fault.
No,
Blame
please.
him.
I
I'm
love.
done. I quit.
I like talking about
Blame-
this shit.
Yo,
I
blame
like.
Dave.
I
Be
lean,
racist.
I lean to Asian foods.
Yeah.
Like
How
I
is
just
that racist?
That's
because
not
we
racist.
already said the
I
races.
love-
We fucked it up. You fucked up my status.
No,
already
I
been in
love
the air.
this. If anything, I really appreciate people appreciating.
Oh yeah, Asian
food.
culture for sure.
Yeah.
I love I love Asian food. Like, and I lean
Same.
towards like even in like my soul food stuff, I add like Asian like more ingredient, like more Asian ingredient. Like if you look at my thing, it's mad like Orient, like it's just.
I love this.
I like
I
Asian
ain't
food.
gonna lie, man. I would cook more, man, if I just was still hungry after I was done. Like,
Wait, what?
I don't be hungry. Like I'm done with this shit. I'm like,
nigga is
all right, we
amazing.
just
What
gonna
does
put it
that
in.
mean?
I'm gonna just put it in the fridge
You are
now.
amazing.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna just.
Like, for
if I
real.
finish the meal, I'll be like, yo,
I love this nigga.
That took.
I would
that
not
took-
want to do this without.
Wait, so
without
but you cooked that meal?
Yeah, cooking. I'm like,
Yeah,
you know
so you
what?
did cook.
Yeah, but then you be tired from it.
Wait,
You
what?
don't.
I
You're not in the
know
mood
what's
to
going
eat it no more.
I love cooking.
Nigga, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
you saying
I'm
you
telling
cook
you.
and then you're so tired from cooking you don't not even hungry?
Yeah. I'd be like, I done cleaned up the
he
plates.
said he was like, I would cook more if I was hungry. Like, wait, what?
Yeah,
That's
like,
sick.
I don't be hungry after the food is done. I've already smelled the aromas.
No, that's
I've
good.
tasted.
That's good because that means you don't overeat.
So the
Yeah,
initial
so
hit
that's
is
good.
gone.
It's gone because the scent's been in my nose already.
See, you definitely have post nut partum for sure.
do.
Wait, what?
That's
You
like
know,
post nut
you see it.
partum shit.
You get it.
Because it's like, oh, I'm hungry, and then
Oh,
you
I'm
get
done.
into it, and
I'm
then
like,
you're nut, and
that's
you're
why
like,
celibacy is important.
Oh my goodness.
it's really not. But it's
tell
cool.
us?
It's really not. Like, that shit well
If it's for
overrated.
you, it's for you. Don't try to
Word.
bring that shit to me. Let that shit go.
I got you, brother.
Any of you niggas try to preach celibacy, I get the fuck out my face.
Celibacy, brother.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm not doing that.
Not even a little bit.
I was breastfed. Yeah, I think I
Asking
was
a nigga if
breastfed
he's
a lot.
breastfed is nuts.
I think I was breastfed a lot though. Yeah, I like them titties.
Pierre's talking. Come on.
What?
Uh-huh.
We can't hear you.
No, I'm gonna relay it.
Yeah,
Pierre
no,
says
we'll
there's a
repeat it.
There's a
science
study where
that says kids who are breastfed long term don't overeat.
Oh really?
Really?
That shit is not true because I was breastfed and I be eating. So
I wasn't breastfed.
I'm kidding. That's probably true.
were you
That's
all
probably-
formula?
I wasn't breastfed. Yeah, I was all formula.
Yeah, you was a project baby for real.
That's why I'm this fucking height. If my mother just gave me the nutrients I needed
My
from her
sister.
titty,
My
I would have been
Just
fine.
eat the sea moss, dog.
Yeah.
No, it's
Eat
too
the
late.
Eat the sea moss.
No,
No,
the
no, no,
doctor
my
said
You
it's
gonna grow
too
an
late.
inch. You gonna grow an inch.
If
for
I grow
real.
an inch from the sea moss,
I promise
I will
you.
invest
I'm telling you.
millions.
You gonna grow an inch.
You just
bro.
might though.
Millions.
I'm
So
telling
just
you.
power up.
PurposeCMossGel.com. Go get your
If
order.
this shit
You're
get me
gonna grow
taller,
an
y'all,
inch,
and get me hornier, it's the greatest shit in the world.
my
You
goodness.
just might though. That's
You
the
gonna
thing.
grow inches everywhere. Though.
If my dick grows from the sea moss, my nigga. in
Wait, I
3
have a
weeks-
theory. I have a theory. You know
Okay.
how people always say, like, they assume that all breastfeeding is always better than formula? But Dev just said he was a formula fed baby. My little sister was born very premature. She was like 3 pounds or something like that. So
Okay.
she was only
On
formula.
formula.
But my sister is good at everything. Dev
think
is
about
good
it.
at
Are you
everything.
fucking
Think about it. You didn't have to drink your
sister,
mom's
no, my
mistakes.
sister's a genius. She's good at everything. So and Dev is good at everything. So
Nobody-
formula, don't sleep.
Nobody heard this nigga?
What?
He's great.
He said you didn't have to drink your mother's mistakes.
What?
Because I think that, now that you bring that up, Reggie, that might make sense. She just had formula. She was just fresh to the world, was just using her fresh thoughts, her fresh brain. I guess, it's a transfer, not just milk that's going down. It's
Wild
energy.
thinking about breast milk.
No, breast milk is
Think about it.
like if you have how amazing women's bodies are is if you have twins and one twin is sick, one boob will like cater to one twin and the other boob will cater to the sick twin. It's crazy.
The woman's body, like women.
No, yeah, 'cause,
oh
like,
my
we
god, I love
sense-
women.
we
Just for
sense,
that.
like,
I didn't
what-
know that. I didn't
what?
know that. That's the beautiful thing about the
Yo,
woman's body.
titties are insane. So the titty will be like, oh, we got to reconfigure the formula and shit.
Yeah, like
That's
you
fly.
sense what your baby needs.
So
yeah.
like the titty
That's
was the
fire.
first algorithm.
Yes.
Essentially.
Like that was the original.
That's the episode
algorithm.
Yeah.
Yo, titties is great.
Now I
bro.
know why we
That
love
was
titties.
so, that's
Bro,
really
It
good.
recalibrates
Oh
to
my
your
God.
needs.
To your
Yes,
needs. Well,
yes.
see, to me, I always
That's
thought breastfeeding
fire.
was important because in my head, why I wish I was because I said, well, this formula was specifically created for me.
Yep, your
So that's what I
baby.
always thought that. But to hear you say that, like your sister, you notice that your sister's very like kind
She
of.
turned out fine.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
On the low, you trying to say she's smarter than you,
Is she
right?
short?
Oh my sister's really tiny.
See? That's that
She's
bullshit.
Super tiny.
That's that bullshit.
She's shorter than me.
Or that's
I
that
don't know
bullshit.
what I was. I don't know if I had.
You
formula
were
or
fed.
breast.
You were
I
fucking
don't know
fed.
if it was.
You were fed.
I don't know what it was.
Breastfed baby.
You were breastfed.
No, but both are great. No pressure to women who can't breastfeed. Because it's hard. But both,
My
have
mom-
their pluses.
My mom
definitely.
didn't want to breastfeed. Well, she said it hurt.
It's fucking
was like, "You little
difficult.
motherfucker."
It's not just easy to just like put your baby on your. It's not that easy.
On your
so.
Because
titty.
niggas be biting that shit, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I'm a
Your
biter.
Nipples be bleeding. It's great. Shout out to all the moms. out
Holy
there.
shit.
Yep.
Now I was thinking about that this week though. Like women,
What?
nah, because like women, like if you think about it, they be going through a lot.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
this.
Oh.
I saw this TikTok. Yo, and this is crazy. I bring up TikTok clips here, like I have a TikTok, but
Okay.
it just be on Instagram. I was on Instagram and I saw like a bunch of dudes trying out a pain simulator,
Oh, I seen that before. Yeah, I seen that.
and I was just like, bruh,
It's got to be cap. You know what?
Bruh.
Nah. Let me shut the fuck up. Because when they was doing it, I was like, bro, they were losing their shit.
Oh, you saw it too. Word.
I was like, are they
Men
cranking
can't
it
take
high?
pain.
Word.
We bitches,
In that
bro.
area,
Basically.
I was like,
We the real
take
bitches,
pain,
to be
bro.
honest, I need to try it. How about that? Let me shut up. I need to
Yeah.
try it because I was like, yo, fam, are they wilding? Like these dudes were like,
No.
being electrocuted. I was like,
No. I think
was tripping.
there's also
That's
a
funny.
same version of that video where it's a simulator for giving birth. Maybe that's what they were reacting
Oh,
to.
now that I would never. I ain't gonna lie. I think my lucky stars. I am a guy.
that you
In
don't have to give
regard,
birth.
Giving birth, I know. Like when I see that, bro. Have you ever seen like the head crown?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know where I saw it, but I saw it online and I said, "Fam,
Good.
could you imagine your?" Never mind. Let me not say that. But could you imagine a fucking head coming out of your fucking like lower ab? My
And that
gooch?
shit tears. Shout out to women.
Yeah.
Shout out to moms.
Big
Y'all
shout
got
out
it.
to y'all.
Y'all can have all of that.
Big
All
shout out to
you gotta
y'all.
do is be there and hold my hand. Like, wow, that's crazy.
That's it.
I'm not holding no hand.
What?
like-
What do
No.
You,
I
you
know.
don't want to
I've
be in the
heard
room.
stories of niggas' hands getting broken from
You gonna
women
be alright. You
squeezing
gonna
it.
get a cast right
I
after.
feel like that's the least you can do. Hold
Now I'm
her
gonna squeeze that
hand.
Nah,
motherfucking
I'ma
hand
rub
right
her.
back, nigga. Yeah, we both in pain,
That's
motherfucker.
OD.
Hold that.
We going back
Oh
and
my
forth.
God.
Yeah, we
It's a
gonna
lot
have a
of, it's a
squeeze
lot of you
off.
strong women out there.
Motherfuckers, I'm going to the gym
It's a lot of you strong women out there, and I don't want you breaking my fucking hand.
for all 9 months. Bro, you know the little
be there.
the
The stressor
things?
ball.
The stress ball.
Yeah,
thing?
stress ball.
Like
Yeah.
like the pliers, not the balls.
Oh, the-
Pause,
Oh.
but like the pliers.
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I'm gonna get like those pliers. I'm preparing for
Strengthen
birth.
my hand.
Like,
You have to.
We gonna see who hand come out more fucked up.
Oh my God.
Because I'm really not with that shit.
We love
Like,
women.
You can't break my shit.
We're all kidding. We love women. Just
Of
wanna say
course.
that.
Nah, we really do.
We love women while they birthing our children.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
never want to birth a child.
What if you substituted
What?
your manhood instead of your hand?
What are you talking? All right.
She gives birth.
Why would I let her put my dick in her hand?
Yo.
First of all, have you ever had a really bad hand job?
Never.
Holy shit, I've had some bad
Not a
ones.
one.
I just skipped
Especially,
that. I skipped that
especially
phase.
early on, like when you're younger, and hand jobs are like the first thing you kind of do,
Yeah.
and then no girl knows how to like actually like do it.
Right.
I could assume like it's really bad.
That's cool. I've had adult women do it,
Oh.
and it's like, what the fuck are you
She
doing?
childish.
Squeezing your shit. I'm like, let
Oh,
go.
shit.
Like,
First off, my
back
shit
up.
I skipped that phase because I just realized like if your hand's mad dry, you're gonna chase my shit.
If you don't spit in your fucking hand right now, what is you dry dick rubbing me? What's
what are we
wrong with
doing?
you? I don't
Trying to
know.
start a
said,
fire
"What's
with
You
you.
can,
Literally.
yes, it
doing?
hurts. Real talk,
That
ladies,
ass.
please spit in your hand when you're doing that. If you're touching a dick or anything, spit in your hand one time.
Well, speaking of hand jobs,
Sorry.
I had this I don't know. I had a conversation I wanted to talk to you before we got on the topics because off air, we discovered that Alex no longer drinks essential water. Right?
Yep.
Devon said something, and I was like, "Oh my God, they're trying to take everything away."
Yeah, you're
from
trying
us.
to take everything from
right?
us.
So there's a few things on this short list that I have, and I want y'all to think about some of the things that they're trying to take away from us.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
The first thing was essential water.
Word.
Thanks to Alex.
No,
Alex,
thanks
do you want to
everybody.
explain why you're like
No, you
not
took it from
fucking
us.
with?
It's you.
I'm still gonna drink
Your
essential
hand.
I mean,
water.
you can still drink it. Yeah. I mean,
He's literally drinking it right
He was like,
now.
"Hey, don't kill yourself."
literally.
Why
Nah,
don't you?
I mean, go for. I can't persuade people.
Tell
to
me
do
more about
things.
Essentia.
But so there's just too many additives.
Okay.
And subtractions. I think that's the best way I can put it.
And subtraction.
Natural spring water. There are no additives or subtractions.
Okay.
Where do we get that?
Where do we? What
Is
do you
it
mean?
accessible?
What do you
What's
mean?
it say?
I'm
What?
confused.
Like spring
Poland
water,
Spring?
like the
Yeah.
water
Oh,
that
yeah,
we're
yeah.
supposed to drink. Oh, it's Poland Spring.
I think.
Oh, it's like spring water. Yeah, regular spring
It's
water. So
from-
Poland Spring is spring water.
Like,
Okay.
I
so
knew
that's
he-
good.
He was
Yeah.
really
Oh
on
shit!
this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We was in the studio the other day,
Yeah.
and I only buy like Fiji and Essentia, and then once in a while I'll get like
You
the
drink
Poland.
Fiji water?
I don't, but Joe does.
Okay.
He's nasty.
That
for
is disgusting.
He loves
Yeah,
Fiji.
I judge him.
Ew.
He's
I
like,
thought
"Yo,
that was
bro,
the good one."
order
It's
the big pack.
horrible.
I'll be
It
like,
is fine.
Fiji.
It's a
And the
lot.
bottle is pretty.
the nigga does Newports and Fiji. I'm
That's
like,
nasty.
Oh my
It's
god.
crazy.
That's so nasty.
But
Good
nah,
regimen,
deadass.
right? A little regimen right
Wild to me.
Okay.
But we got Fiji, Essentia, and then sometimes like when we order the pizza or whatever the
Yeah.
food, it has to be a certain limit. So I'll be like, hey, can you just give us some waters? They'll give us the Poland Spring.
Right.
All of these options in the fridge, right?
Right.
Everybody's picking what they want. Alex is drinking the fucking Poland Spring.
Spring.
Every trip, you know what it is, bro? I hate getting older. Because when you get older, now you're forced to use your brain. Like,
Yo,
why
really,
are you making...
ignorance is bliss.
It really is
It
bliss.
is bliss.
Because now as an adult, you're sitting here thinking like,
Hey.
wow, I guess that kind of does make sense.
Yes.
I hate being an adult, bro. I be sitting here like, yo, bro, that does make sense now. I want to be ignorant.
So okay. So you ever heard
Yeah.
about the conspiracy? This is a conspiracy. I'm very aware.
Okay.
You ever heard the conspiracy about our water in general, as far as like what comes out of our faucets, that it has fluoride in it?
Oh, I think I've heard that before.
And then they linked fluoride to some way it makes us dumber. It's making us dumber. But you ever heard that? I've heard that growing up. Like I remember hearing that, like fluoride in the water is making us dumber. It's like something that they put in our water to make it clean. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Yeah. I'm not a scientist. I'm an idiot. But I'm saying when I hear all these things about water, it makes me think about how back in the day, we was talking about it, water couldn't be drank. People were getting sick and dying from drinking water. That's why beer, you ever saw a document, how beer saved the world?
I think I saw it. I didn't see it before.
Beer was like pretty much a substitute for hydration in a sense, I guess, because it was fermented. It was like a purification of
process.
Like that was safer to drink than the water.
It was safer to drink than water. That's how they say how beer saved the world. So
did people get mad fat?
Probably. He's fat as fuck. You ever see those pictures of people back in the day in the 1800s? Excuse me. No disrespect to the 1800s.
Nah, getting ass in the 1800s is crazy.
Getting pussy?
You had to have like wild game.
To get pussy in the 1800s?
Yeah, bro. The motherfuckers was ugly and dirty as fuck.
No, but that's all you.
Wild game.
No, that's all you had to do. Have sex.
That's probably why you didn't be wild game.
Shillings of coins and you'd be fine, nigga. Prostitution
and a
is
loaf of bread.
Oldest.
A loaf of bread for pussy is crazy, bro. It wasn't. People were
would've
poor.
done it.
Yo, people were poor, bro. It didn't cost much for pussy.
I'm thinking
pussy
about
costs more now.
Yeah.
Way more.
Yeah. Pussy through the roof. Allegedly.
All right.
Oh my God, why?
I just said,
why
okay.
do you look at us like that?
He on the knees because I'm talking and I'm like, whoa, this is recorded.
Pussy inflation.
Pussy has inflated.
Mad inflation.
Hot commodity.
Sex in the 1800s, you'll be up right now.
Nah,
you went back.
$500, you can fuck for 4 years straight.
You
know what's fucked up, bro?
What
Every
up?
time I think about the 1800s, I be like, damn, we were slaves.
Damn,
Like,
you
not
made it
even-
mad
not
dark,
even
I'm
no,
not
no,
gonna
like,
lie.
not
Me
even
and my
trying to
people
be-
was living
Nah,
that
you're
way.
right. You right.
I swear to like
You right.
when I follow a bunch of travel pages. We'll get back to the conversation, but I follow a bunch of like travel pages.
Okay.
And I always think like, damn, I wish I could go there, but
No,
I'm black.
that's why the people.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I feel you.
No, the people
I'm
who
so
always say they
serious. I'm
see like
serious.
old ass pictures from different decades and they're like, oh my God, I was born in the wrong decade. I wish I was there in like the
Not
fucking
me.
60s. I'm like, racist.
hell
Like,
no, nigga.
you
Praising my
I'm like,
ancestors.
I'm like, what?
Reggie, you'll never hear me say I was born in the wrong decade.
Right,
Ever.
right.
Crack? You crazy?
Good on that.
Imagine being born in a crack era, nigga.
I would have smoked that shit.
Yeah.
All right.
I know me.
Nah, because you gotta understand, crack was like
definitely
weed,
would've
Yo,
bro.
smoked
so won't just be saying
Which one of us
whatever.
would be
That's real shit though. I would have smoked crack.
Which
bro.
one of us?
Bro, the forces in
relax.
crack was crazy back in the day.
gotta
bro.
relax.
They- bro,
Strong.
we
Forces
could.
was mad
It's
strong.
like McDonald's. Crack was like McDonald's when you
every
were a
corner.
kid.
Which one of us would be most likely to have a drug problem on this podcast?
Me.
Yeah.
I looked around and said, "Damn, these
I
niggas
didn't think
is
about it.
mad put together."
I didn't think about it.
He said,
Nah, I could be on a little crack binge. You never know.
Crack binge?
He would smoke it out. He would do binges.
You would crack binge?
would
You have a
binge.
crack binge?
Yeah.
Yo, if you're watching
He does
this,
sex binges now, nigga. He might as well have crack.
And celebrate stints.
yo,
Crack
on.
binges and celebrate stints.
y'all gotta stop doing crack, bro. Like,
Yeah,
if
no,
you
literally.
watching this and you do crack,
niggas
you
are still doing
gotta
crack.
stop.
Yeah, I watched somebody
stop doing
shoot.
crack.
I watched somebody shoot crack on my way here one of these days.
Y'all
I told
gotta
you.
stop
Yeah, I think
doing
you told
crack.
us
It's stop.
Nah, y'all
Stop doing crack. There's so many other drugs. Stop doing crack. We gotta stop doing crack.
But you know what though? Let me-
What?
Nah, say it.
What?
I mean, it is the one drug that you could probably do for as long as you want.
what?
I know what you're about to say.
Alright, you know what always confused me as a kid?
Come on.
Because I grew up in a neighborhood where there was a lot of crackheads. How a lot of these crackheads were living for long periods of time,
Yes.
like into their 70s.
And they got
Yes.
like mad energy.
Yeah, like into their 80s and
Yes.
shit. I think crack is just enough to string you out,
But to keep you here.
but yeah,
No,
but
but
it can
don't
still
do
kill
that.
you.
Don't
though.
do that because
I want to be
it could kill
clear.
you.
I want to be clear.
It could kill you. Don't
that
do,
shit can
don't
still
do crack,
kill you.
friend.
It can always kill you.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like you were reporting because I seen Levens put me onto a post. It said, and this is not funny. We're just
Nah, it's funny.
We're
Whatever you about to say is funny.
is
as
not
hell.
funny.
I ain't even
Yeah.
hear it. It's funny.
crackheads live longer than vegans.
Aight.
And the vegan community got very upset at that. And I feel them on that. It's like, come on. Don't say that.
But
need a
also,
crackologist.
just because something is vegan does not mean it's healthy.
That's
either.
true too. That
It's
Impossible Burger.
mad chemicals in that
Yeah.
Impossible Burger. Like,
They
come
still
on.
putting chemicals in that shit?
Crack is
It's all
vegan. Crack is a vegan product.
It's definitely not.
It dead ass is.
It's not. It's not natural, Savon.
Bro.
No, that doesn't mean not animal products.
Exactly.
No,
There's
if that's
nothing
no
animal products, it's
animalistic
vegan,
about.
technically.
Oh shit, crack
Like,
is
like
vegan.
Cheetos.
Crack is vegan, bro.
Crack is mad
Look at the
vegan.
branding on that shit. I was not winning in the 80s, dog.
Crack vegan?
Crack
was
is mad
Like
vegan.
Cheetos are vegan.
winning in
Cheetos
the
are vegan.
80s. If the crack epidemic happened today,
This is great.
I would be on a corner doing God
Or
knows
selling it.
what
It's a
for
chemical.
a
I'll probably selling
hit.
it. Never mind. I'll probably be
It's a
selling it.
chemical.
It's
No,
a
but
ca-
vegan doesn't mean all natural. It means no,
Just
no
no
animal
animal.
products.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Crack
is
friendly.
yours.
It's
Yeah, that's
vegan
how I
friendly.
felt like when Dave Chappelle defined what a feminist is, and you just support the laws for women.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So you're feminist.
So Dave Chappelle explained what a feminist was, like the Webster definition.
Okay.
And it was just an individual, not a male, not a woman,
Okay.
not they, just an individual that supported women.
That was a good pause.
No, that was a long ass pause.
It threw me off. I
No,
was
wait,
here,
I
though.
didn't know that was the official definition. I thought a feminist was just people who wanted equality for both genders. It wasn't like specifically for women.
No, just for women.
Interesting.
I think.
Oh, I did
You gonna
not
make me
know
look
that.
some shit up. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, facts.
No, I don't know. I could be wrong.
Well, I don't believe in gender roles, so
Yeah.
I'm a part of that crew.
Fuck gender roles.
I don't fuck with gender roles.
They're trying
at
to take away essential water. They're trying to take away crack. They're trying to take away comedy.
but
all. They can
Essential's
take
gonna
crack.
stay.
They can have the crack. Take the crack away.
But crackheads kind of balance the ecosystem.
How? What do you mean?
It
Please
does.
explain how
Nah,
this has
for real.
balanced us out.
You need a good crackhead, bro. In
No,
the
you do
neighborhood,
not. No,
you
we do
need a
not.
good- everybody has one.
Kinda do.
You kind of do, bro.
We
It-
don't need
it lets you,
somebody that does crack.
bro. I'm not saying go do crack. I'm not telling
not- we're
people to
not
do
saying.
it, right?
You're kind of.
You kind of are. You're
But
like, we
somebody
need.
are.
He was like,
We
we
just
need
saying
them.
if there's somebody lingering from that era to move into your neighborhood. That's
Yeah, I'm not promoting. Yo, smoke crack. First of all, right?
Don't do crack, man.
Please don't.
Try to. And if you on crack, please. Let's
The Needs to
seek-
Know
let's
podcast
figure
shouldn't be
this
the
out, man.
first people to tell you not to do crack.
That's very true.
Like,
if it takes
I'm
us
the
to make you
person,
quit,
yeah, like
Imagine-
or make you start, like
Yeah.
fam, crack. Come
Imagine
on.
a crackhead is watching this and he's like, I gotta stop.
I hope so.
He doing that. He
Devon
watching on
Terrell-
a computer or something,
No,
right?
he said
Or a
Devon Terrell
phone.
told me to stop. I'm gonna
I
I
stop.
hope so. I fucking hope so. Please stop doing crack.
Yeah,
I
who
really,
knows?
I'm not gonna lie. Crack is one thing I cringe when I see people do crack on TV. I cringe with crack. Crack and crystal meth, I cringe.
Crystal meth is
It's nuts.
top.
I don't like
That's a real
that.
one.
Those two drugs, I'm like, you don't do that. And I always wonder how people get started doing those type, like those types of drugs. And it's always casual, like, oh yeah, I'll try it. It's like, no,
And it's
this is
addicting.
it. This is the end. Like, you're gonna be fucking addicted to this shit forever. Like, I can't. No, please stop doing crack.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the awareness hotline.
I'm
in
dead
the bio.
ass.
No,
Put
for
it.
real, I'm
Yeah,
dead
yeah,
ass
dead ass.
too.
Put
Because
it.
there are people who's really like sensitive to it, and I like to make jokes and all that kind of
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
but
yeah.
you know, I do take it seriously.
Yeah.
Going back to the things they're trying to take away from us, Dave Chappelle, comedy. They're trying to take away comedy, bro.
Yeah.
They're trying to take away comedy and water.
This is.
It's Alex and Netflix. First man.
That's a crazy versus.
I feel like that's wild. I feel like that's been a narrative for the past couple years now with comedy and saying where does the line exist or are they safe? For me personally, comedy is the one place where I feel like we should allow some wiggle room when it comes to what you can say and what you cannot say. I'm not saying anything towards, I'm not commenting on Dave Chappelle's special or anything like that. You believe what you want. But what I'm merely saying is for the comedy space in general, I'm a big fan of comedy. And I know that a lot of my comedian friends, this is something that they deal with on a day-to-day as far as, hey, now I have to think of what's too far. When the point was to shock, to drive your beliefs and your ideology, to challenge things.
Yeah.
But if we live by those rules of today's society, I feel like comedy, we're killing an art. We're literally killing an art form of
Comedy
expression.
is supposed to like provoke your thought.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if
In
it
some
doesn't
way.
do that, if it doesn't challenge you,
Right.
it could be on like the highest level, like Dave Chappelle, or it could be on like a lower level of just, hey, it's an escape. You know, let me just think about this a little bit differently. Like when I was working at the comedy show, JB Smoove, my respect for him, oh my God, it just
Tenfold.
went up tremendously.
I bet.
You know what I'm saying? Like to choose that as a profession, as a
tough
career,
job,
That's
bro.
like the.
like you're crazy.
Yo,
Yeah.
I can't.
That's
Like,
what people. Yeah, that's a
not
tough
easy.
gig,
It's
bro.
insane.
not
You have
easy.
to be
You're talking about like
extremely
stand-up comedy specifically,
talent-
right?
Yes, stand-up
like getting up
comedians,
there
yes.
and like all of us are funny, but to get on a
Yeah,
stage
no.
and be like make people laugh,
And
that is
remember-
so
Right
fucking
now.
hard.
And remember what you said.
Oh
in
my
a-
God,
in
yes.
the most ironic version
Yeah,
possible.
and they have to rehearse it,
Yeah.
memorize. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And they have bits. Like
Yeah.
I really love the art of comedy.
Me too.
A lot of people don't understand, but
Yeah.
I love. Like I'd go. Sometime I go on like a binge. Mind you, we just said crack is weird. Same thing. But
binging shit.
I go on a comedy binge where I'll go out with one of my like comedian friends. Shout out to Reggie Thomas.
I
I'll
was
just
about to say Reggie
roll with
Thomas.
him. He'll have a set. I'll go enjoy it, and then he'll be like, "Let's go to the circuit," and he'll take me all around New York, like places I've never underground comedy club, and I have the most.
What are some
fun.
good ones? Because I went to one and like I sat front row and like I appreciate, you know, I was trying to be supportive. It was an amateur night,
Right.
and like they all picked on me, obviously, and like I don't mind getting.
That's not obvious. We could fight them.
I don't mind.
Yeah,
I don't
know how
mind.
obvious that
I don't
is.
mind being like roasted or whatever. If like
Right.
the jokes actually like hit,
Right.
but they all did the same shit. The whole
Yeah.
Asian shit, like
Of course.
all of it. I was
See,
like, bro.
when it comes to that,
Nobody's
I'll be
original.
ready for them. So like, I'll sit and then I'm literally thinking of jokes for them. I'm like, if he does, I'm going to
You have a
embarrass
com-
him.
You're
I'll be
a
ready.
sick
I'm just
no,
ready.
that's
They'll say something,
That's smart.
bro, I'll be ready. Because I don't know, for some reason, you ever feel like a bunch of people walk past, right? Let's say somebody's like panhandling, asking for money, and you ever feel like they don't look at, like they pass by everybody, and you just know he's going to stop.
Yep, every
me.
time.
For some reason, I'm the guy, and I feel like that at comedy shows. I'm like, I'm the nigga. For some reason, they always pick me.
Why?
I make sure my gray hair is not out. Like I make sure I like hold myself really normal at comedy shows. I'm like, don't
if they
do
made
it.
fun of like my outfit or something, that's fine. But if you do the same, if you have to resort to the same stereotype joke, I'm like,
Being
are
original.
you really funny?
The best
Like,
thing, can I tell you the best fight back to it? Say boo after every joke. When they go, you yada yada,
kill
go,
'em.
oh,
boo.
then they kind of like, oh
kill 'em.
shit.
Yeah, just
Oh,
go,
okay,
boo,
okay.
that was whack. Just be like, that was trash. That fucks them up.
Remember, I was telling you, I don't find people funny that just make fun of people. That's not.
That yeah, Alex.
Yeah,
Remember,
that's
I was-
right. I forgot.
And that's what I'm saying. It's a cop out.
Right, and Savon doesn't like women that are funny, so.
But that's why I thought JB
Balance.
Smoove was so dope.
Because he was genuinely like
bro,
funny.
he didn't like, and for me, right?
Uh-huh.
Growing up watching black comedy,
Yeah.
we know how vulgar it is.
Right.
We know how explicit it is. We know the usage of the N word.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
He doesn't say the N word in his stand up.
Interesting.
He doesn't say the N word. He doesn't make race jokes. If he does, it's a very, very
Subtle.
lighthearted, subtle, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
Black and white, whatever joke.
Right.
He doesn't do race. He doesn't, but he's still funny.
Right.
And then it
That's
just
fire.
coming off of the Dave Chappelle special, it was like, yo, the different lanes that you can go in when creating that kind of art, when being a comedian, doing the politics, covering mental illness, covering fucking racism, all of it is just, it's a beautiful art form.
Yeah,
man.
it's beautiful. I think it's tough in this.
Don't take away comedy, please.
Please don't take away comedy.
Please.
And once again,
We
I
need
am
you.
not commenting on the Dave Chappelle skit. I haven't even seen it. I think I'm just merely saying that I think it is something that comedy does have to we have as a society have to figure out with comedy in order to understand how sensitive people are to certain things and things of that nature. I am not the guy to figure this out, nor, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying in general, I do understand that there's a side to every coin.
Yeah,
and at the
yeah.
same time, what I'm saying, what I can speak on is, hey, I don't want us to take away comedy, like straight up. Please, can we make comedy some type of safe place?
I'm just very confused when this goes for all types of people. Don't grant grace for a comedian. I'm gonna repeat that again.
Elaborate on that too.
Why is it when we are met with a comedian, we judge them as if they're someone with ill intent or ill malice?
I hear you.
The moment you hear a person is a comedian, everything should be taken with a grain of salt.
Right.
It changes the way comedians speak, the way literally their job title, what they're
Is
put
to
here to
make
do
jokes.
is to make jokes.
I hear you.
But this
Okay.
goes back from like the beginning of time, bro. Like this
okay.
is not just new. Comedy has been around forever.
What's fucked up about it is that if you take all of Dave Chappelle's jokes and put it in a sketch comedy show, like the Dave Chappelle, like his show,
Classic.
right? Or Key and Peele, or if you just say, hey, we have an actor, these are actors, right?
Yeah.
If you remove the person from it, it's acceptable. But when you have a real person speaking to real messages and it's not covered up with the fluff, it's not covered up as art,
raw.
when it's just raw. It's like crack, nigga. When you just get the coke, when you just get the product, it ain't produced into crack, right?
Right.
Niggas can't handle it. The society can't handle it. It's gotten to the point
But
where
that's my point. That's what I'm speaking to. Why is it that we can't handle it if we're dealing with a comedian? I'm being very literal right now. A comedian. Everything that you would have with the person that actually wants to put harm on you, I get it. Like, yo, this person called me a derogatory term
Right.
that really offended me. I get it.
Okay.
Because, this person says he wants to kill all trans people.
Did he
and
say
he made a joke of it.
He said
but
it?
he's not a. No, I'm just like an example.
Okay.
But he's not a comedian. This is just a hating person.
Right.
Oh, all trans people, I don't like them. I don't fuck with them. And he says, "Yo, I'm telling a joke." Okay, go with that. But a comedian,
Somebody who does it.
somebody who
as
does
a
it
profession.
professionally,
Why?
why?
I think
That's what confuses me.
Dave Chappelle has
Like-
been revered. He's elevated beyond being just a comedian. I think
Yeah.
he's a figure, and I think he's a
Politically-
he's a communicator.
Yeah.
He's a
Can
communicator.
I speak to that real
big
quick?
figure.
So the
Yeah.
way that I haven't watched it either, so I'm not gonna dive deep into like what I think about the special itself. But the way that I try to like form my opinions about these types of things is like if it was not attacking, but if it was about trans people, then I like to hear the opinions of trans people, like who like the special, who don't. And then somebody said like this trans person tweeted like they like the special, and then they said he's clearly not attacking trans people. He's attacking the exact people that I go after, the people who claim to speak up for me but then don't like act and use us like a prop. So like I think that like speaks to like the whole him being kind of like more than a comedian and speaking on behalf of like other perspectives and just making that his art form.
Right. You know what's funny about it is, you know why I'm big on hearing other people's perspectives because it helps me to learn and grow as a person.
Yeah.
Like if you're a person that is stuck in your morals and your belief system and you can't be changed, I want nothing to do with you, right? Because then what is the point of having a conversation with you about challenging your ideas? I want you to change my mind. Like that's how I feel when I meet someone and I'm talking to someone with a brain. I'm like, yo, I want you to change my perspective and give me perspective on other things that I may not have understood. I think that's a big underlining thing with racists. Why I think a lot of racist people are just not willing to see a different side of what is possible of a reality. I think racist people believe that this reality is reality for everyone else, and I think that's where the problem lies. So when I hear that and I hear a different perspective, like, oh shit, I didn't even think about it like that, that opens me up, and that's important, and I change. That's why I love listening to podcasts, because I like to hear people disagree and agree and give me perspective. So I don't want the door to be closed to perspective. I don't want to watch something I agree with 100%. That's whack. Why would I want to listen to something that I agree with all of this?
Yeah, you're like, I know that
Or
already.
something I understand.
That
Or
too.
something I understand.
That too. Give me perspective.
Yeah,
Charlemagne, for instance, in The Brilliant Idiots, I do not agree with everything they say. Absolutely not. But do I like to hear perspective and go, I didn't see it that way?
Yeah.
For sure, bro. Like
That's why I think it's so funny when everybody's like, "Oh, the Joe Budden podcast is over. It's done. We hate this." But it's like
different perspective.
People are still listening.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
that entertainment is polarizing.
Yes.
You know, Donald Trump. I have not heard anything about Joe Biden. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know,
just
and I don't know if
thinking
that.
that
I don't know if
yesterday.
it's a good thing. I don't know if it's a bad
tell
thing.
you some
We're not
shit.
here to like be political,
terrible. Right.
but just the different climate of Donald Trump. Right. His flamboyantness. He's a showman almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That polarizing aspect of who he is as a person compared to what we have now, where it's a little bit more traditional.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more subtle.
Yeah.
It's not in your face. The leadership style, the entertainment of it, all of it is different. But what I will tell you about Donald Trump is that motherfucker was talking about him when he was the president.
A lot.
Everybody was talking about him when he was the president.
Yeah.
There was a news cycle of him.
Yes.
You knew somewhat what was going on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I think certain things we just gotta let it be. Like essential water, Alex, you didn't have to do that to me.
That's a fact.
You didn't have to do that to me, right?
Nah.
And
I'ma finish this
Netflix,
bottle.
these Netflix employees, yo,
Yeah,
if
they-
you
they-
are unemployed, I know unemployment, right?
Yeah, we
It's
never
over.
mentioned it. They never mentioned it. It is
Unemployment, it's over.
Yeah.
It been
right?
over for a
Or it's
while, right?
ending. So
No,
if you
it's-
are
Or
one
at
of
least
the
like
people,
the pandemic enhancement of unemployment.
yeah. If you're no longer,
Oh.
go apply on for Netflix, man. Go
Yeah,
apply.
because
Niggas is walking
they
away from
walked
jobs.
out.
Yeah, they
People
walked
walking
out.
away from
Yeah,
jobs
whenever- yeah.
from a
Okay.
comedian doing his job.
I'd like to
Who's the
understand.
idiot?
I
I'd
mean,
like-
Who's the idiot?
that's their right.
To all the
but-
employees that walked out of Netflix, I'd love to hear your perspective. I would love to understand, and I'd love to hear your perspective. Straight
But
up.
walk out. I want y'all to keep that same energy. The same thing that Dave Chappelle was saying. Walk out of your job when a black kid gets killed. Walk out of a job when they showing
they
black
would.
people
Maybe
getting
they
killed
would.
on Netflix.
Maybe they would.
Well, I haven't heard it.
I haven't heard
Where
it
they
either.
doing it?
Yeah.
Where they doing
Like
it?
that.
What happened with George? Like, walk out when something happens that doesn't just pertain to you and your views. Stand for everybody. Walk out of that shit whenever you hear these emails and all these big corporations. I don't align with this person and that person. I'm always gonna bring this nigga up. Why is Mel Gibson still in your catalog? Walk out. Mel Gibson shouldn't be there.
That's interesting.
There's a bunch of fucking rapists and nasty Harvey Weinstein. I still see his name on the credits on some of y'all films on Netflix. Walk out. The fuck are we talking about?
And it's really just full circle to the irony that Dave Chappelle speaks about in that special. Reggie, I know you haven't seen it yet. This is literally
tough.
exactly what he spoke to. Like, it's just interesting when outrage and what outrage comes from.
Tribalism and virtue signaling. It's dangerous, and I think it's just gonna keep growing.
Yeah. Shout out to all communities, bro.
Shout out to all communities. Isn't that beautiful to say afterwards?
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to whatever you're dealing with and whatever fight you're fighting. Man, I hope you get through it, and I hope we can get through it together. How
I
about
just hope
that?
we can just try to understand
Each other.
different types of
Yeah.
art perspectives.
Yeah.
Just so we wouldn't take things so personally.
Can I bring up something? I'm
Please.
sorry.
No,
if
please.
we're good, are we good?
Nah, I'm
No,
cool.
please.
I do
Okay.
want to, if we're gonna wrap up the conversation, I want to shout out Netflix, the CEO of Netflix, because he stood his ground. He said, "Look, by all means, y'all can leave. I'm not taking down the special. I think we do have to have a place for this kind of entertainment and comedy here on this platform. So." I'm not taking it down. I'm not going to succumb to the public outrage and cancel culture.
I can respect
Word.
when someone feels strongly about their beliefs, and this is. And they, you know what I mean? And because I know he's getting a shitload of backlash. I know he's getting a shitload of backlash.
Course.
I can respect that. To the workers, I do want to understand. I would like to understand them. Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. But,
shit.
man, it's such a scary world that we live in, man. Like, when you don't, like, they're sorry. This is what I was going to say. So there was a gentleman who is known for converting KKK members. He's known for getting people out of the KKK.
Oh shit.
What he would do, and the first person he did this with, right? He was
shit.
in a bar.
Oh, shit.
And a KKK, and I guess a guy came in and he had a conversation with the guy. This man, he's a black man. This man wound up letting him know, like, I'm a KKK member. He was like, but talking to you is I never knew this could happen. Like I guess he was kind of say, I thought you all were the same. You know what I mean? Kind of.
Yeah.
So he would meet with this guy every week, have a drink, have a beer, and he wound up giving him his Klan outfit. He wound up giving this man, I wish I could find his name, I'll find it after, but he wound up giving this man, and he's converted hundreds of KKK members. This is what he does now.
Through communication.
Through communication. Not fighting, not yelling, not fucking just bashing each other.
Daryl
Not like-
Davis.
Daryl Davis.
Daryl
Thank
Davis.
you. Not bashing anyone, just having a fucking conversation with someone and showing, hey, we're not that different. You have children, so do I. You have a mother and father that you're trying to protect, so do I. We're not that different.
Yeah.
And just having that perspective, I think that's what we're robbing each other of by being on sides. You know what I mean? Like, just because I'm Republican doesn't make me a racist, or just because I'm Democratic doesn't mean I hate Republicans, or you know what I mean? Like, we create these gangs all the time, and it's like, just because I rep red and you rep blue doesn't mean we have a commonality. Like,
Bro, it's because we take everything personally.
Yeah.
Like, I think every time I say that to people, I think it goes over their head.
yeah.
If we as human beings tried our best not to take things personally, it would be the most peaceful of times here.
Yeah, or just
And
conversation.
that goes into so many realms of things.
or just coming into a conversation with respect. Like,
Just
yo,
keep that same energy.
I don't
Yeah,
agree with you,
absolutely.
but yo, we can have a conversation.
Just keep that
Yo,
same energy, bro.
that
If
is.
you're gonna walk out of your job for anything that you believe in, like if you're gonna walk out of your job for something that's wrong, just keep that energy at all times. I never
Anything
want to
that's
see
wrong.
Harvey Weinstein's name for all that he's done to women, been accused of, all that other shit. Like R. Kelly, we can still play his music, whatever the case may be. Like, there's so many different things, and like, jokes aren't hurting people physically. Jokes aren't putting people in danger. There are real people and predators.
I think some jokes are, and that's why the other side, who's like really against these types of like narratives, is like, yo, you saying these types of things like perpetuates stereotypes even more and puts us in danger. That's the side of it too. I
y'all
get
didn't
what
watch
you're saying,
it, but y'all didn't watch the
that
special.
perspective. I haven't watched it though.
Y'all
Yeah,
haven't
so
watched the
I can't. Yeah, I
special.
don't
Oh
know.
no, but in general, with like people making jokes,
speech can be dangerous.
Yeah, stuff
Well,
like
for
that.
sure, but
Speech
in
can be
this
dangerous.
specific situation regarding Netflix, their employees, and Dave Chappelle, it's like, listen to it.
Okay.
Because exactly what he said is what they're doing. He said, hey, nothing happens when something happens to us. I just want you to keep that same energy with our
the
people.
irony.
He said, my tribe, the black community, he said was his tribe.
Yeah.
When my tribe is going through something, be there for me.
Okay.
That's all we need.
Okay.
And I agree with him on that. I thought it was an amazing special. Again, I had a comedy-filled weekend. And yeah, man, I
Comedy-filled
had a comedy.
Wait, what's your guys'
comedy-filled weekend.
favorite, either favorite comedian or favorite sketch routine.
Oh,
It's all Dave
time.
Chappelle. I'm sorry.
really?
I'm a whore.
Yo, if
fire.
anybody knows, I mean, it's not like a deep cut or anything, but my favorite of all time, I don't know why, is Aries Spears when he did the all deaf,
Digital.
the comedy
All Deaf-
all star
All
shit.
Deaf
Yeah,
Comedy
I
All
remember
Star.
that
Yeah,
shit.
he's like, "This is your space, this is your area." That shit.
Classic. It's
So if anybody loves that,
I get what
Yeah.
you probably Bernie Mac on Kings of Comedy
Kings of
was
Comedy.
also probably top up there for me.
Okay.
And Eddie Murphy Raw. I have
I was
to
just
put
about
that.
to say Eddie Murphy.
That's a
for me.
legendary.
Classic.
All Cat William on.
Can I
me.
say one that probably Eddie Griffin Dysfunctional Family?
He is hilarious.
Ooh, I
I have
remember
not
that
seen
one.
that.
Eddie
Let me
Griffin
write
is
that.
Bro, the first thing he says
Hilarious.
when he comes on stage, he
Yeah.
goes, "I want to fuck Michelle Obama." The first thing, and I cried out the gate. I was like,
Wait,
"Oh,
what's
this
it
nigga- he's
called?
funny, bro." Dysfunctional Family,
I've seen that
and
one.
he
He's really
uses
funny.
the screen,
Yeah.
so it's fucking hilarious, bro. That is one of my favorite comedy specials ever. Sorry,
Yeah,
it's
he's dope.
Dysfunctional Family.
Anything Cat Williams, I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch. Anything Dave Chappelle. Yo, you know I'm a real big fan of, and I think it's because of his movies translated to his TV. Now he's getting into like stand up comedy. Marlon Wayans. I'm a big fan of Marlon Wayans.
He's known
He's,
as a
he's just gotten into his like stand up bag as of recent.
Okay.
but I fuck with Marlon a lot.
I think I've seen one.
comedians. He's heralded as a great. He's been that nigga stand up wise for years.
Yeah,
Just to let you in the comedy world, like he's been that nigga,
No, it's
bro.
Damon.
No, I'm talking about Marlon.
Marlon too?
Marlon,
Okay,
he's
I
been that
didn't know
nigga.
he had that
I didn't
reputation.
know either.
I didn't know he had that
that either. I don't
reputation.
think I don't
Well,
think
he's a
us,
beast.
but comedians know.
They know.
Yeah, they know.
Shout out to Marlon Wayans.
That's like Korean directors. The movie world knew, but now everybody knows.
I see
Same-
that.
Same thing with
I
them.
see that. I can see that. I can see that. I've seen a lot of Korean content on Netflix now. Right now.
It's been a
Yeah.
lot. I think
I
they
feel
just
being pushed.
I think they just pushed it more to, but a lot of Korean dramas been there for like years.
There's a movie I keep seeing on my Netflix called No Name, and it looks fire.
Ooh,
I don't know if it's Korean though,
Probably is fine.
but it's fire.
It looks Korean.
It looks.
They
it
look
looks-
Asian.
Yeah, Reggie.
Reggie, stop trying to make me. Is
I can say this. I'm Asian.
I can say this. I love
this
that.
how white people feel?
Yeah.
They be getting off.
Scary.
It's scary. They be getting off.
Nah, that's
Hey, I don't know
hilarious.
if this is okay to say, but like,
That's hilarious.
I just check in.
This past week, I know. The Need to Know podcast music playlist, real quick. Alex, I don't know if you want to plug that.
Yeah.
I got something to send you finally.
Oh, it's lit. Like I said, every
Fucking
week
fire.
we do a terrible job of promoting things we do here. So we have an Audio Mac playlist. You can send music to ntksounds@gmail.com if you're a new artist. Every week is being updated. I just like to. I'm heading it right now. I'm curating it, and they all send me their picks. So
Yes.
I like to blend everybody's music taste all together. And again, it's every week. So if you want to submit some stuff, go ahead.
Yeah, and it's on Audio Mac. You guys can also listen to the podcast on Audio Mac if you do prefer to listen there.
Word.
I feel like we haven't really promoted that, but we are available on Audio Mac. And once again, we are back. PurposeCMOSGel.com.
Hey.
Make sure you guys go check that out. It's a lot of great fucking benefits. Man.
Oh, yeah,
It's a lot of
dick.
great benefits.
Hard.
But just not dick hard. Like there's other really good healing properties.
Brick emojis.
I have all the information on the website that I actually show you and explain to you why this is a superfood that should be in your diet. It is PurposeCMOSGel.com. I am also giving away to our listeners a discount. I've seen a few of you guys. I've seen it. Yeah, man. I got to
Good.
do that. You know what I'm
Good.
saying? Like if you
Good.
support me
Hey,
here,
hey.
I got to reward you on that side. So I've seen a lot of people use the code. The code is Need to Know Pod, capital letters. And at the checkout, it'll give you a little discount. And you can leave me a little note, and I'll get back to you when I can. But yeah, that is PurposeCMOSGel.com on Shopify. We health is wealth, man. Health is a beautiful thing.
Fire.
Yeah.
I actually went to a store. I think I sent you the picture. I put the
Oh my god, that
And
was bad fucking funny.
all of a sudden, I seen these niggas like selling CMOS. And I walked up, I said, yo, my nigga, like, what's
How
up
much-
with
how
this?
much
The
was it?
block is hot.
I forgot how much it was.
was too
Because
low.
I didn't buy it. That's why. That's why I don't
seen-
know.
Well, you know what they say, right?
What they say?
If the fellas don't want to be you and the girls don't want you, then you ain't shit.
That's very true.
You feel
That's a
me?
music industry thing. You know that,
feel
right?
me? Like, no, that's
Yeah.
a life
That's a
thing.
life thing?
That's
Sorry.
a life thing.
I had a record exec say that to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
If the,
wow.
if the
And
guys
I
don't
was
look at you
I
and be
was
like,
heated.
yo, you're
About
that
to say that shit
guy.
gave you some
What?
trauma.
He said, yeah, your music is dope, but do bitches want to fuck you?
Wow.
And do guys want to be you?
Well, if girls are fucking you, then essentially you get the guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not like that. I'm not gonna tell you. I fuck mad
mean-
bitches. Like that. How weird
Nah,
is
you
that?
should've said that, bro.
Maybe
Yo, I
maybe
just
gotta
not.
tell him, yeah.
weird.
Maybe
Should've said
not
that.
like in that like language,
Right.
but it is true that
It is true.
if you make music for the women, you're gonna win.
You're
So,
gonna win. Straight
That's
up.
what all
No,
like,
that's
I just didn't like
executives
thing.
always say.
I just
that.
didn't like the way he
Of course,
sold
yeah,
it to
that-
me. I
yeah.
felt like he was trying to. You could tell when a nigga's like belittling you a little
Yeah,
bit and stuff
that's
like that. I'm like, what do you
very
want? You want to
You
see my
can very well
DM?
tell.
Like, you fucking cunt. Like,
I
the
really
fuck?
do think
Don't
it's a
talk to
life
me
thing,
like that.
personally.
Yeah.
What, like
Personally,
that?
I think that's just a life thing.
You
Like,
ain't got no haters. You ain't popping.
it don't even.
I want to be with Savon. Yo,
Essentially,
Savon
right?
got the biddies, bro. Like, yes, that's the thing. Men,
Okay.
unfortunately, men, we're
that's
morons,
terrible.
right?
I
So
wanna
this
play
guy
biddies.
gets older girls,
This
so I
nigga's
want to
old,
be
bro.
around him.
This nigga said
the
biddies.
fuck? What
said
are we doing?
Jeez, bro. I
Nah,
haven't
bro,
heard
because-
that.
I haven't used that word in mad
Biddies
long.
is
Biddies.
crazy.
You ever heard biddies? To my young niggas in here. Y'all heard, all of them said, yeah, we say biddies. Biddies.
I don't even want to run with that because there's a clip going around this week of Rick Ross.
Oh, God.
He's essentially saying like, yo, bro, I'm seeing a lot of dudes getting dressed to impress other men. You know what I'm saying? And, yo, if you into that, that's cool. But like, yo, you should be doing everything, not just for the next person, the next man you in competition with. And I think that's what he was speaking to. Like, you know how men we be in ego competition. Like, you'll do something, like you'll cop something, and you didn't cop for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
You didn't do it for yourself.
Yeah.
You did it because you wanted to flex on the other dude you saw that got it.
Of course.
And now you got it. So like, yo, I hate that shit.
90% of the shit men do are motivated by women.
I hate that shit. No, that's true.
It is. Like,
That's
it's
true.
straight up. Like, think about all the
90?
shit you do. I say 90.
90. That's a
90%
high
of
number.
men.
But I love
I
me.
said of men.
That's up there.
Are you a
Of men.
10% that love yourself? That true men don't love we don't love
No, I
ourselves.
love myself, bro.
Do you love yourself?
I think.
10%. Do you love yourself?
Now I do.
10%. Do I love
think I
myself? Maybe.
Maybe.
Not playing.
Oh my god.
Depending on the
Read
day.
it, Ted.
Depending on the day.
But I get it. No. I'm just saying. I
That's
think
6% right there.
all jokes. I think men do a lot of. I think guys, heterosexual men, do a lot of things for women. I think a lot of the actions they make. Like, think about it, fellas. Like, any fellas watching this, think about the things you do in a day to day, from your kicks to how you get fly to what you're gonna do when you walk outside, and how you carry yourself. What's the motivation? Ask yourself that. Are you really doing it for yourself, that car, or are you doing it to impress other people?
Yeah.
Like, think about that. Like, sit with that.
I hate that.
A$AP Rocky said that in one of his most viral interviews. He was like, "Women make the world go around." Like gets fresh for women. So
It's true.
I get fresh for the ladies, man. I like to
It's
look
like
good.
if we
I like
was
compliment- I
broke-
want a lady to. I like when women
he doesn't care if
compliment me.
Alex thinks he looks fly. No, I'm kidding.
kinda care.
He probably
I
does. No,
care.
he does.
He
He
might.
does. He does.
I kind of care.
He might.
Who?
Kind of care if you guys care.
Rocky?
If you like
A$AP Rocky
if you like
care.
my
Might care if we get fly?
my shoes. I care if you like things. You know.
You like my drip?
You like my drip?
Hey, guys.
That's
You like
wild.
my drip?
That sounds weird.
Just
for
walk in
some
the club
reason.
and like
Like
my
my
drip.
drip
That's
is weird.
wicked.
But for
He ju-
women though, one thing is like, let's say she's trying like a really bold new outfit or eye makeup look. She hardly is doing that for male attention. She's doing that so other
Yeah,
bitches
'cause
would
we
be like,
can't
"Oh my
tell.
god."
I think so too.
Like if a pretty
I think
girl,
women are dope
if like
at
a group of guys or whatever be like, "Yo, you looking mad fine," I'm like, "Thank you," whatever. But if
Whatever.
a pretty girl tells me I look good, I'm
you
like,
like, damn.
That's what does it.
that makes my whole
Men
year.
can't win, bro.
Kev-
We-
that
we
makes my
can't do
whole
nothing.
year.
We can't do nothing.
Kevin, you know Kev. Shout out to Kev.
Of course.
Kevin and I was talking about this the other day, because there was like two girls and they were talking to each other and they never met each other and they were inside and they were like, "Oh my god, girl, you so sexy, you so pretty." I said, "Yo, Kev, imagine if we did that to each other."
Nah,
bro.
I ain't gonna
No,
hold
that's
you.
what-
I ain't gonna hold
Yo,
you.
my
I
nigga,
ain't
you
gonna-
wild, sexy,
I had
my
a
nigga. You
story
killing this, my nigga.
kind of recent.
What?
And like, all right, so they say like women like they're real touchy, like, "Oh my god, girl," they slap a knee or hug a
Yeah.
bitch. Like they don't know who it is. They just start doing that, right? And I went out with some friends.
Okay.
It was a guy I was familiar with. Like I seen him in passing. We worked together,
Right.
and he was just real like touchy. He was like, "Oh my god, you so funny."
Okay.
I was like, "Oh,
Wait,
I'm
he
that
touched you?
fun-" Yeah, he was just rubbing my neck. I'm like,
mad funny, huh?
First off, and the
mad funny,
the
huh?
crazy thing was, right? I'm like, yo, the nigga mad strong.
That's tough.
Yeah,
What
what,
is you
what
doing?
kind of
Bro.
like vibe was it?
He was a vibe, and like I'm gonna go on a limb. Like I'm pretty sure he was gay, and it was
Okay.
cool because
Oh,
he was
okay.
he was
So he was
cool,
gay. He was gay.
But, yeah, he was.
Oh, okay.
But he was just he like. It was just touching, and it reminded me of like women.
Yes.
you know,
we
hey
just do
girl,
that,
I
yeah.
love you. Like they slap ass, bro. They like the whole they like the basketball team 24/7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Girls are like the basketball team 24/7.
Yeah.
Okay. They just walk around slapping each other's ass. Oh my god, girl, damn. They don't even gotta have an ass. Oh shit, you ain't got no ass? Bang. Like it don't even gotta jig nothing.
got no
Like
ass, bang.
girls are just very touchy with each other.
It's an interesting
and I've
conversation.
I've seen like homegirls say that about that. Like, oh, I went out on a cruise and I was drinking and just random strangers. Like girls love making friends until like it's time to make friends with guys.
Nah, they love the friend zone.
They love making friends until the guys be like, "Hey, can I buy you a drink?" It's like, "Damn, nigga, get the fuck away."
Oh,
They love. They go out to make friends.
I mean, I don't mind unless it gets a little too far because I'm like, oh.
I think
Then it gets a little annoying.
That hurts, right? Like when a girl.
That
what you
hurts.
mean, Dev?
Damn,
When
nigga,
a girl,
PTSD
I've never
again?
bought a girl a drink in a club.
Never.
Really?
Never.
Like
one
a
time.
random girl or like.
But I bought bottles, so that
Okay,
works.
so
Oh my
you did
God.
more than a
Skip.
drink.
Like, no, I'm
It's
saying like if I
levels.
had a table,
It's
I
levels.
offer a drink.
So they had
but I've
drink-
never been. Like, I've never done.
So you bought them drinks.
I've
Let me
never. That
go
wasn't a
somewhere,
flex,
right.
but it came out that way. I'm sorry, but what I'm trying to say was,
What'd you get?
Fuck you.
What kind of bottle?
But all right, what I'm trying to do.
Ah, the gold bottle,
Spade.
that gold
It's
shit, that
Spade.
gold
Like
shit,
that
that gold
Don?
shit.
Yeah,
No,
When that Don come out,
no. But what I
different
noticed,
smiles.
I've never had the situation where I say, "Hey, can I buy you a drink?" Like, not met you, yada yada. Like, I've never done that, and it's not that I'm saying like, it's not like, oh, that's disgusting. I'm just saying I've never had maybe the confidence for me personally to get that, because sometimes I notice that in that environment, some women are really not trying to fuck with none of you dudes, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know
They're
that.
on a mission. A lot of them are just on a mission.
Right, I don't know that. So until you kind of open the door a little bit for me, once again, it is the woman's choice. And that's how I always move with women. If she doesn't give me a hint, it's clip. Like, it's over. I'm not doing it. Like, I'm just not. That's why, once again, we had this conversation about ladies shooting your shot. You got to shoot your shot, because for me personally, I'm not messing with you until you let me know something, or you like at least 5 pictures in a row. That's how you do it. You got to.
All I need is
don't
2.
know.
I just need 2.
You just need 2?
I'm easy as
2 is
fuck.
bad. Now,
Like, damn,
you gotta
2?
go to 3.
Oh my gosh, you
yeah.
like 2 of my
Go to
She
3,
wants to
and
talk.
then I'm like,
God
I think she might.
Yeah, I think she might
No,
be
but
too.
like you.
after getting to know Dev and like seeing how he moves and approaches people, I could definitely see that you are never going to be like overbearing or go into something that you're not really like welcomed in.
Yeah.
I could definitely see, like, I could assume like how you do approach women, and that is, I could see why it works.
Clean.
I can see why it works.
Yeah,
I
just
can see why it
clean.
works.
Let's laugh.
He'll
Yeah.
definitely be like, oh, can I, like, get you a drink?
Like,
Like,
you want,
you know, yeah.
You want something?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I bet. I'm going to go get you something.
He's smooth.
You
And I'll
Alex
give you the
should
drink and
have,
I'll
like-
walk away. Just to let you know, you don't have to talk. Like, I'm not saying now you have to talk to me. I feel like that transactional kind of thing is odd. It's a little odd.
The 2 of y'all, right?
Okay.
Y'all need to have like a smooth off.
Yes.
Nah, I think
The 2
Yes.
of y'all need to have
Dev
like
got
a
it.
smooth off.
Oh my
smooth
God.
off?
Dev got it.
What
Nah,
is a smooth
yeah,
off? How you
yeah,
figure,
yeah.
Alex?
Nah, I really
I'm
think
short, my
I think
nigga.
if y'all have
Nah,
a smooth off,
when I walked
think-
out your car, bro, like my phone almost fell, and your car picked it up. So like shit like that.
It levitated.
She
like that.
she can't see nobody car. She can't see our cars.
Damn.
All she see is us.
I think y'all just walk into a room.
Okay.
It's tough.
And maybe we could create a show, Reggie.
Fuck no. I
Maybe
don't
we
have
could
the
create
confidence
a
to be murdered on
show.
camera like that.
Like, we'll get contestants, lovely ladies who want to like
No.
play the game.
I'm
Not
not
playing,
Oh
not
my
playing
God,
games.
this is
Look at
sick.
But,
Pia.
but it's just like,
That's
hey,
tough.
we're just gonna have
Nah.
a table, and I just want to see y'all work. Like,
Nah,
In that
no.
environment,
No. That's
I
like
just wanna
that's like stand up comedy, because that's like,
It is.
hey, be
Perform.
funny,
Perform.
but like, and
No,
you're like, be
just
smooth.
be you.
You can't. You have to be in
Just
the
be you.
This guy-
environment. No, you have to be in the
I would have
environment.
fun. Nah, I would have fun.
Just
you
be you.
If the girls know too, like, yo, we just gonna have conversations.
Yeah.
And let's just create conversation.
a smooth off.
A smooth off?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Who you got your money on? You can tell me in my ear.
No, I don't like this. I don't do no.
Yo, honestly,
I don't got enough confidence for shit like this. I really don't.
No,
I really don't have enough confidence for shit
Can I be
like this.
spicy real quick?
Yeah.
I have someone who I think will win, but I'm never gonna say it.
Good, don't
Ever.
say it. Don't say it.
Ever. I'll never say
I
it.
don't have enough
'Cause
confidence for this type of
But I
shit.
can't.
I'm not smooth.
I don't have enough
Oh,
confidence for this shit.
please.
Yo, I'm dead ass. I'm telling y'all, I don't have enough confidence for this type of shit.
Oh, please.
I be trying to figure out how to be smooth.
Oh,
though.
5 minutes ago he was like, "Yeah, I never get rejected when I buy
now
drinks
this-
from people."
And let
I
me
never said
let
that.
me
Yo,
be
you
the waiter.
cap it.
I said
Yo, just let me be the waiter. As y'all are like doing y'all thing at dinner, just let me serve the food, serve y'all drinks.
See how you really do it?
Yo, I'ma kill it, bro.
Nah, I just know Devon's just
a
gonna
bad
pull up with
idea.
like 3 different types of wine.
Oh.
Like he gonna be like the dry, the merlot,
And then he tells
and then
Savon the
the
waiter,
optional.
"Yo, can I get an old fashioned on the rock?"
Yeah,
like, you know,
this is-
some,
and
some
then I'm
grown
gonna have to
shit.
go back to the bar like, yo, nigga, what the fuck is an
What
old
is it- what is the
fashioned
old
off
fashioned?
the rocks?
And then tell her a story about old fashioned when she acts like she be like, what is that? I'm like, well, back in the 1775, you niggas are nasty.
like,
That do that, or you're nasty.
Where
Nah, the
is
niggas that
rocks?
just start telling mad history about like the trains and shit.
Yeah.
Like why the fuck you know the history of the trains?
That's
in New
some
York,
niggas'
bro?
games.
Or the
No,
bridges.
No. But if you
Getting me
just so
tight.
happen to know about something that I ask about,
Fire.
that is cool.
If you,
that is cool.
That's
the way
why
I work,
he-
the way I
he's
like
a
to
strong
work is
contender.
I like to keep it on you. So
Yeah, that's my whole
if
bag.
you are talking
Fellas,
to me,
write this down.
if you're talking to me, right, and you bring up something about yourself, I'm like, yo, that's crazy because I'm that guy. I'm like, that's crazy because yada, 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 yada.
You.
I keep it there.
Because
with
of
you.
yada.
Yeah, I like to expound on what you give me. And if you ask me something, then I know you like, if you asking me a lot of questions, then I know I'm like, oh, she's into me. She's really trying to figure me out. Like, then I'm like, oh, we cool now. Like, when she start asking me questions.
Oh, we go together.
The key to being smooth though.
I ain't say that, but
Oh, wait, hold on. He got.
One
Wait,
day
this is a gem. This is a gem.
It's one day
Everybody
say-
hush. Everybody hush.
The key to being smooth is subtracting your ego because, like Dev said,
I like
if you
that.
subtract your ego, you could then put the interest on her.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So
And
now it becomes like
You make her feel good, everybody will
No,
feel
and
good.
the
Everybody.
ego thing, because once you remove that, you're not assuming like, yeah, this gonna work. She's gonna want
there
me.
you
Yeah.
go.
Can I share?
There you go.
Because y'all niggas is smooth guys, right?
We're not. We're really not.
We're not.
I
We're
literally
not.
was called
Y'all
the
smooth.
living
I know my
weirdo.
place. Like, I'll be chilling, bro.
Fucking not. Bet.
Yeah.
Me smooth. There's so many people in high school laughing right now saying,
Wait,
you
what
call
were you
it
gonna
Dev
say? Sorry.
smooth?
No,
Niggas
I was gonna say. I think for me, it's like making sure a woman feels safe.
Yes.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
If
Didn't
you,
you?
that's
I
that
did
like
really
y'all
talk
can have
about
the
that.
smooth shit.
right.
Mine is like if a shorty she knows everything in the world is good.
Yeah.
Like
It's
That's a
So
huge.
everything in the and that's my bag. So
So-
y'all can have the smooth shit. Like
Wait,
I have my
can-
moments. Of
You know
course, I
who
can
Savon
always be
is
smooth.
when we're trying to
But
bag girls?
everything gotta be
Hold
good.
on, I got it. I got it.
And
I
I'm
got it.
gonna
You know what
always
Savon
make
is?
sure
No.
that
Circle of
everything is
women?
good.
Girl walks in, Savon. Yo, that nigga that tried to pull up on me yesterday, nigga, he
Yo,
not here
no.
now,
You ready for
my
Savon?
nigga.
You ready for
I said,
Savon?
my nigga,
No,
dead, my nigga.
I don't
Fuck what
know.
you mean, dead, nigga?
No, I see
He
what.
had to pull up on that nigga.
I had to pull up on
and
that
then
nigga.
I pulled out my
'Cause you
4-5
know
on
me.
him.
'Cause you know
how
me.
you know how I get
Do what
down.
y'all did,
You
though.
niggas know how I get down.
know
when
how-
I
you
come
know
through.
me.
I
I'll
know.
go crazy.
But
I know
Reggie-
those types. I know those types of men, but I know what Savon is getting at. He's more of like the.
Check your bank account.
Oh my god.
How about you check your bank account, everybody in the room?
Nah, because that happened once.
Nigga say you gotta change
You know.
100K.
No.
She just gotta know when it's not your day.
Nah, let me
I'm just gonna
explain.
leave. Y'all enjoy
Say,
the
oh,
rest
no,
of this
I got you. I
podcast.
got you. What he was trying to get at.
my mans.
There are definitely
a good
there are
take.
definitely men who are the type that Dev just like spoke with. The overly
terrible.
like,
Overly
yo,
terrible.
don't fuck with me. Like those types of
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
But Savon is more the type of like he's gonna make sure. Oh, like, do you have a safe way home?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have an
He's
Uber?
the- he's the-
That's what he was trying to say, you motherfuckers.
Truly,
Okay.
that was all jokes.
Thank
I
you,
think,
Reggie.
I think Savon's game to me is
you, Reggie.
I'm the big teddy bear sweet guy.
What?
Yeah, that's definitely.
I think that's him.
think
He's the
so.
teddy bear guy.
Yeah.
Because the teddy bears are bigger
But then
than
I'm
the
gonna show you
bigger
how
men.
crazy I can be if you play with me later.
Or if you go on one date with me. Right.
I don't
Yo,
get teddy bear
I
vibes.
like Reggie's description of me better. Like,
Okay.
her depiction,
That shit,
like,
yeah, it's
you said I'm
polished.
soft, bro.
Yeah,
Nigga said I'm a big ass.
Nigga
Why
said
say that?
Nigga said I can protect you.
I can protect you against these smooth.
I don't like
You
this.
know what he said?
I don't like this.
This is my bag. I don't be protected with
Nah,
me.
Okay, he didn't say, oh my god.
He said, y'all
Reggie,
can
help
keep this
me.
smooth.
Reggie, I need
Nah.
He
help.
said, y'all can keep this smooth.
Nah. Reggie,
I
help
protect.
me.
Nah, I don't know.
Help
I don't
me.
know. I can't
What do you
it.
want?
They're jumping me, Reggie.
Because when he said that, like, oh, like I like women making women feel protected, that resonated with me because I really like that too,
Right,
and I
yeah.
see that in the men
Right.
that I like.
Right.
But then you guys got a completely different interpretation of it, which is also true.
Okay.
The overly tough guys,
Yeah.
which is also true.
That's a real person.
Yeah. I have to literally tell
I
myself.
can't be
when I'm
that.
like,
Like,
no, I can't do
I
that.
get on this podcast and talk about R&B every single week, so
Literally.
I can never just be like the overtly.
Right.
It's just, you know.
Yeah. If I was ever too
Just
cool,
can't do
that
that.
ended when I started this podcast because real shit.
Thank
Like, I'm going to be honest. If I was ever too cool, that ended when I started this podcast because I be giving up too much about my life on here. I can't be just acting like I can't talk in public or, you know what I'm saying?
I hear
Be
you.
too cool. Like, this podcast has all of my secrets, all of my life.
It kind of does.
Like 100 episodes.
It kind
Nice,
of
isn't
does.
it?
It kind of does, bro. Like when I play shit
It's
back,
in
I be
it.
like, whoa, I said that.
Yeah.
But that's on the Patreon.
Patreon and public.
It
Oh
is-
yeah, Patreon.
No,
really,
Patreon's
definitely.
a
Dog,
whole,
me
that's
and
the
you
Wild
have done
Wild West.
150 episodes.
Yeah, I was wilding.
They really think about everything we've said. Yeah, bro. Like,
Yeah, I
we said
shouldn't have said
mad
that. I
shit.
shouldn't have said a lot of things I said on
We've
this
said
podcast.
mad
I'm sure.
shit,
No, I'm
bro.
sorry.
But you know what? I also want to do.
I shouldn't have did that.
I also want to allow a safe space, kind of for podcasting as well. Because what I say is, if you listen to me talk for 3 hours every single week, you're gonna hear me say something really something
Which is
fucking
amazing,
stupid.
by the way.
Like you're gonna hear me because guess what? When you're
used to
talking with
complain
your
about
friends, you're not perfect. That's a fucking fact, and that's what you're watching. You're just watching a bunch of friends talk. And guess what? You say a lot of shit with your friends that you like. that you know in your heart, like, I wouldn't say this out loud. Like, stop. Let's be human. Let's be honest. Like, you're not perfect behind. You're
but
not
it's cancel
perfect.
culture. Everybody's afraid
Very
of
true.
judgment. Everybody's afraid of
Very true.
being looked at. And, oh, my God, I can't do this. I can't say this. And it's like, yo, I think we come on here. And I think we're pretty honest.
I think we do a good job of being honest.
And I also believe, like, you know, since we have a growing audience, right? Like, one day we're going to look up and we're going to be like, oh, my God, I said all of this wild shit.
Right. And I'm still here.
100,000 people, however many people are listening. Right. Where now, you know, we're growing. Right. And it's not really to that point where, you know, just the people that fuck with us, and the people that are new to us are new to us.
I get it. I get it. I'm just glad to be here.
Before we wrap up, I did want to talk a little bit about music. Young Thug, DJ Academics, Alex, you probably know a little bit more about this than I do. I do know Young Thug had just, he dropped an album last week. Yep. Meek Mill dropped, 2-3 weeks ago? Yep. And regarding Meek Mill's conversation, he had numbers. People talking about his numbers. Okay. And, you know, we kind of hold Meek Mill to the standard of the Drakes and the J. Coles and the Kendricks. He's in that vein. He's in that class. He's in that class, right? But we don't revere him as the artist as those three. Like, those are like the big three. Then you got Wale, Meek Mill, Big Sean, I think Travis Scott, Young Thug.
That's like the second tier right
It's
there.
like that second tier.
Yeah.
And DJ Academics, who was kind of going at Meek Mill because they have their history. They don't really fuck with each other for whatever reason. I don't know. But I do know that DJ Academics loves numbers. He's always going to talk about the numbers. Okay. That is his space. That is his game. And it works because he produces a lot of numbers. Yeah. So for himself, he holds artists to that same standard of, yo, if the numbers don't reflect, you ain't popping, you ain't shit. So now, relating it to Meek Mill, I want to say he sold 95 in his first week. Okay. Right? He didn't hit 100. Academics kind of said it was a flop. Or he didn't say flop. He said you aren't a big dog, quote unquote, right?
93?
95K in the first week. He said you aren't a big dog. Now, Young Thug is speculated to do what, Alex?
82.
I mean, so would like that extra 5 to get him to 100K, would that make him a big dog? Like,
to Academics, I think.
Like, what did like?
I didn't know that context. That's. I think that's a little absurd. Yeah. Like, what are we doing? I
want to read what Academics tweeted. He said, "By the way, I'm honest as I said.
That's good for Thug.
Any artist who don't sell 100K ain't a big dog." So I guess what he's trying to say here is big dog, and we'll define that later. Even Thug, I look at Thug as an exec trying to push YSL, then consider his solo efforts sort of where Rick Ross was at when he started pushing MMG more than his own music. Thug's still a legend, but numbers don't lie. It's a very interesting conversation to me because I think, we can define this in so many different ways, right? He's also, Young Thug, battling with Drake for the winner of first week sales in Drake's 7th week.
I hate this conversation.
Yeah, and I only bring it up.
Sorry, not this, but
yeah, that's fine.
That conversation, like,
because I was a little shocked to see Thug only do about 82.
Really?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Why so?
Well, to me, Thug is like the biggest. Like, his influence is like huge. So I was like, he's
never sold a. Like, his first week sales never been like 200. Like, he's never had, though. He's always been like hovering right at that 80, 90.
And that's what's so impressive, though. Like, he's never really had like the extra, but the way he's shown his brand, showcased, like the way he's branded,
his power,
his impact,
right?
Like you necessarily
his actual impact.
His actual,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
numbers aren't everything.
My mind can be changed.
Yeah, my mind can be that's like true, right? The other side of that too is like if with Academics is saying a big dog. I hate to say it, he might be a little bit right, and I'm not really a numbers guy. I've never really been. I don't give a fuck. I'm all about impact. But I think what he's saying is it matters in terms of who you maybe think you are. Like,
okay, that's
like
a perspective
if you a thugger
thing.
that think you a Drake,
okay,
this might be a wake up call. Okay. If you a Meek that think you a J. Cole,
okay,
and I'm just saying shit.
Right.
Maybe that could, you know what I'm saying? But he kind of does have a point. If Drake is still battling with every artist in his 7th week, but again,
it's
Drake
just a whole
is Drake.
Different.
It's just different.
Game.
Yeah, Reggie. Yeah, I think it's just different lanes, really, for real.
You know what it is? I think that here's what I think. I think rap isn't used to having someone that huge.
Right.
We're not used to having our genre has excelled like beyond our wildest dreams.
Because 100 The 95, 82,
Back in the
very
day,
good,
nigga.
very good.
You was like, wow, you was
Very
that
good.
nigga.
Yeah.
Drake is an anomaly, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
We keep holding, and this is what I say, what does they say? Comparison is the thief of joy.
Ain't it?
Because if you keep comparing yourself to Drake, my friend, you are in a fucking territory that is very unfamiliar.
Very.
We don't even understand
That's
it.
Beatles, Michael Jackson,
Yes,
Prince talk.
but that's where it gets weird, and we go,
Yeah.
we forget, like, bro, he's in that level of artistry with Michael Jackson, the biggest artist ever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when
That's
you
true.
comparing Young Thug to him, it's just like, fam,
Yeah.
like,
And because
It's
they
not
see
fair.
Young Thug just as much as they see Drake.
it's a fact.
It's
from,
not fair.
from facingly.
Hey, he's
So,
big enough to
yeah.
be on a Drake feature and
Right.
we not question it.
Right.
You understand? It's not.
Right.
It doesn't throw me off to see Rick Ross and Drake do an album. It doesn't throw me off.
Not at all.
So I do stand corrected about our conversation previously about impact, because you're right. When it comes to impact, it can't be all about numbers. You're absolutely right.
can't be,
Because when I look at how things are framed in the brand of you, that's what I really judge it on. Unfortunately, there's not a number to equate that.
Yeah.
But we know. Like, we know because we're a part of the culture. Go ahead.
And then we all know, like, streaming farms exist.
Very.
There's
Yeah,
games
so they
within
could be
games
fake.
that exist. Like, I don't know the music industry rules and all that shit, but I do know when I watch football games, and I do know when I hear basketball games, I hear Drake's songs being played.
Yeah.
Now, that has to account for something towards his numbers. It
does.
Numeric. It
true.
just
It
has
does.
to.
He gets
And it
pub,
only,
he trip.
it only has to be
pub,
15
yeah.
seconds. So when the transition from a commercial in the NBA game happens,
Yeah.
and you hear that Drake,
Yeah.
15 seconds of whatever song, Way Too Sexy or whatever it is,
Right.
that accounts towards a stream or publishing or something
Numerical
where
rates.
Yeah, it's
that
licensing.
is like pop music-esque, country song music-esque. Like Drake is a pop artist, a mainstream
Yes.
pop artist. Like,
Yes.
I don't know how, right? And it used to always confuse me when I was younger about Michael Jackson being called the king of pop. Right? Okay. I hear Michael Jackson. I knew Michael Jackson from when he was young, right?
Right.
It was the Jackson 5. Then he went off into his own venture and everything. But it wasn't traditional like R&B music.
Right.
But he was a black artist.
Right.
And so as he got older, you hear it's like, wait, the king of pop, this black man, but all of his inspirations are the Stevie Wonders and the James Browns and these black artists.
Right.
You don't we don't consider them
Pop.
Right. We don't consider
No,
them pop.
because pop was supposed to be popular music.
Absolutely.
But whatever, when we hear pop music, the reason why we think of like fucking like Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, whatever, that is like a racist construct.
It
of
is.
like people and like the radio stations stuff like that, like
Yes.
formulating things to
on
like
now.
favor white people. It's a whole different
That's
history.
a real
it's
dark
like
history.
the racist ways of the top 40 that we know it, like the top 40 in the Billboard. So that's like a whole thing. That's why it's like, oh, King of Pop. Wait, why does he sound? But
yeah, we have to, bro.
That's
we just
rooted in
gotta
a lot.
It is
fight
rooted.
at
That's a
every
very good. That's a
fucking
really
turn,
deep
bro.
conversation.
And
too.
it's kind of crazy. So with the
guess-
whole pop thing, like you were talking about Drake, I do think that he's not just hip hop. Like we can't hold him to his contemporaries. Although he and Meek Mill they came up together,
Right,
right?
and that's
but
what
it's
it
like
is.
the crossover happened, and he's never coming back. We're never gonna be able to rein him in. I do also think that his appearance, his brand, has something to do with that. You know, Drake, he's a chameleon. He could be anything. He
Yeah.
could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Like you put him next to French Montana
Yeah.
or DJ Khaled,
Yeah.
they could be related. You put him in,
See?
I'm so serious.
Yeah,
you put
no,
him in a
no.
room
Yeah,
full
yeah, I know.
of Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, you're like, oh shit, cousin, que lo que, papi. Like, you know,
I think he
oh
wins.
shit, they all
You
there.
know, what I think he wins is his humility. And when I say that, I'm saying that Drake can take a joke and he can be joked on.
He's an actor. That's
He
the
plays
other
into
thing.
it. That's why
He
Way Too
plays into
Sexy.
it.
He's an
Way Too
actor.
Sexy is like playing into kind of like the you're so
Comedy.
over the top.
But that's not
corny,
even, no,
like-
but listen, there's playing into it and then there's acting.
yeah, he does it well.
He's an
so.
Does really well.
actor. Before he was a rapper,
Yeah.
he was an actor.
He
now,
kills it, bro.
he didn't have the career of like a fucking Ice Cube or LL Cool J, and maybe it happened in reverse. We normally don't see actors turn rappers. That's
true.
We see rappers turn actors.
Right.
But people forget,
That was
like,
a bar.
when you see, what was it?
Good bar.
It was the video with Chris Brown.
Which one?
No guidance.
No guidance.
guidance.
They only have
Oh.
one.
No, are you talking about
No
his
guidance.
acting? In
His
video?
acting
No, the
in
one where
video.
I
He's
can
an
tell
actor.
he loves doing it because the Life is Good video with Future when they're in like the fast food restaurant.
Yes.
I can tell like he just loves
He
when he
loved
gets
this
a
shit.
He likes
chance,
the
chance
acting,
to
yeah.
act. and
Yo,
stuff.
dog, you
Yeah.
don't gas
He's
me
an
up.
actor.
Don't gas me up. I was like, he's
SNL.
good.
He hosted, bro, fam. We forget about he hosted the ESPY Awards
And killed that
that's
shit.
He
big, bro.
hosted an award show,
Yeah.
Award show.
and
That is not
killed
easy.
it.
That
He
is
did
not easy.
skits.
Yeah.
for that award show and SNL. Like
killed it.
this guy, he's a little bit different. Like it's not really fair to compare him. Even Kanye West, who we love, he transitioned into fashion, but it's like, fam, they're not running the same race. Like this guy, he's trained for this. It's like a trained assassin.
Yeah.
It's like somebody who was born. No, for real. Like Khabib in the UFC.
That's right.
He's a Russian UFC fighter. He was a beast. He used to train in the harshest of winters in Russia. He used to fight bears allegedly.
Yes.
No, like he was born for some people are just
God.
born to do what it is that they do.
Yeah.
Drake was born to be in the position that he's in.
Right.
Absolutely.
Nigga
You know what it
Khabib
is though
said some
too?
funny
I feel like the reason why we're having so much, I guess people are having issues with what academics said is that we using the word GOAT too much. Right?
That too.
Because when you say your favorite artist is the GOAT, you automatically try to put them in the hemisphere of a Drake. So now when numbers come out and they don't do what a Drake do because Drake is who Drake is, everything seems a bit skewed and you're a little bit confused. Everybody can't be the GOAT.
That's a fact. I love underselling.
Yeah,
anything.
I love that shit.
It's even if your product is worth, I can't even make the equation, but I like underselling a product in the sense of you feel like I want people to feel like, yo, I really got a bang for my buck. You know what I mean? That tastes better than fucking overprice you. Yeah, we did a good job, but you like, did that hurt? You know what I mean? Like that. That's the same thing with the kind of like the business model that we have set up. Even at HMD Studios is not a plug, but nonetheless, like just the business model where you come in, you're like, damn, yo, I'm getting that, this, and that, and it ain't hurt. Wow, like that is a better taste.
You build the value,
and in a consistency, as opposed to charging you. Let's say I'm charging you $240 for your one podcast, and you're like, damn, that hurt. As opposed to charging you $120 for that one podcast. Chances are you'll come back for that $120. I'll get that $240 over time. You understand what I'm saying? I'll get that $240, but I can get it in consistency as opposed to that one time. You're like, yo, we can't afford another podcast.
They remember
such
it
and
hurt,
such.
so I'll just do it through the consistency.
Exactly. So to me, there's a value to it, and there's a it just makes sense to me that way. Like in
Stop comparing yourself to like Drake.
Stop doing it,
because that's why they're really confused.
And I understand
Facts.
everybody kind of wants that type of career, but it's just like
only
you gotta,
one, baby.
you gotta understand, like
Only one.
And not only is there only one, but look at all of the things that play into his favor that made him that one.
Perfect storm.
You get what I'm saying? Like there's certain,
Chosen one.
for real. Literally, it's almost like LeBron James-esque.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, it's like he was built in a lab.
Yeah.
And they said, yo, we're gonna put. I remember in elementary school on a magazine cover, it said LeBron James, the chosen one.
Yep.
Fast forward 20 years later, that nigga is the chosen one.
They still call him that.
It's real. It's just certain people, I don't know what the powers that be, whatever you believe in, they're here for a reason.
The fact that his best friend is his man is like his
LeBron James.
Yes.
Correct.
Rich
Okay.
Paul.
I got it.
The fact that is his man's.
I got it.
And y'all did that together. No greater story, bro.
Oh my God.
I wish to God my best friend was that dope.
Damn, we don't got no more time.
I never had a best friend that was that ill. Like, yo, bro, I'm really good at this. You're really good at that. We'll do this together.
Yeah.
Never. Guess what I had to do with all my friends? I got you, bro. Come on.
Oh my God.
We'll figure this shit out. I got you.
Nah, I just cut my friends off.
Same thing.
Oh shit,
Had
nigga.
to let niggas go.
You holding
because
me down? Hey, I got new friends. Yo, Pierre, what's good, my nigga?
Facts.
Yo, Alex,
I
what's
like
good?
to hang around, and I'm not saying
man.
to anybody that we were really close or whatever. I'm not fucking talking to you specifically. Please do not think you're that important.
I am.
But what I'm saying is I really like to hang around people that we have a working relationship. I'm sorry. Like when I have a working relationship with people that I'm friends with, it's the best relationships for me personally. You know what I mean? Because it just
You mean like work, like your profession?
not even it don't have to be like I'm talking about some crazy work. Like that doesn't have to I'm just saying in general, like if there's something
They're in that world with you?
Yeah, or
Ooh,
we're
I'm
doing
the
things
opposite.
together.
I don't work with any of my
I
friends.
like to work with the people.
Except for like Armand.
Shout out to Armand. He comes here now. Shout out to Armand. I meant to tell you thank you for that connection.
It was me. No, it was them. It was them.
I know, got you.
That's their friend too.
No, I was
we love Armand.
Armand, great person to have
I don't
here.
work
Great
with
guy.
any of my
Quality.
friends.
Quality.
I don't work with any
Quality.
of my friends.
That's
But
interesting.
then that's a really important thing for you.
It's important
Yeah.
for me. It's
For me,
important
like I chill with my friends, but none of
Yeah.
them are like in my world of like journalism and like professional life or anything like that.
Right. I have a hard time hanging out. Let me not say that. Have a hard time building like really strong bonds with people I don't work with.
I guess it's because my friends were friends with me before I did this shit.
That's good.
Right, right.
None of my
Because
friends
you've been an
are.
artist for so long,
Fucking
like
right.
it was like
Yeah.
when you were young, you were even like high school, all that. You were
an
like
artist.
you were an artist, but me, I got into this like it started becoming my profession at a certain point in my life.
Okay.
And then they didn't know that about me. I just
Gotcha.
like
kind of grew into it.
became a little successful.
Come on.
And then but they were like
little
always my
successful.
friends. They were my
Right.
friends because I met them through that.
All my
I
friends
think.
were through this music.
Oh yeah, that's
All of them. Like, I always had to hang out with those.
I'm reaching
That's
that
good.
point. I'm
You
reaching
guys
that
are-
point in my life
Right.
where
Yeah.
the transition is happening, and I'm like, hey, I look forward to hanging out with the people I kind of built
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No
saying?
funny
Like,
shit.
it's
For you, that's
hard.
great because you're all passionate about the same thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of too bad. Like, you know what it is? When I'm around people that are not, like, in my profession, I guess, or just in the circle of, like, entertainment.
I think it's a mindset. I think that's what it is.
Maybe.
I think that's
Or
what you're looking
definitely
for.
they
Right.
understand
It
you.
motivates
I think it's a
you.
mindset.
The conversation is so different, and
think it's
I
mindset.
feel like I forced the conversation a little bit because
yeah,
I'm
it's a
like,
mindset.
I there's so many things I'd love to relate to you about and talk to you about,
But we literally can't.
but I can't.
talk about.
But
Yeah,
it's
nah,
cool. But I'll
yeah.
listen and I'll talk to you. But I'm not. I don't open up as much to those people because I just feel like I'm not going to bore you with these things. You might not be interested in, or maybe you're mad interested, but I don't just want to ramble and then I'm.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like, you know
I
what I
feel
mean? So
that.
it's just like my brain is so set on this shit 24/7 that this is what I have to talk about. As
Yeah.
boring as that sounds,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It's not
just like-
though. It's
it's
not
not.
boring.
It's
It's
definitely
not
not.
boring.
It's
Like,
because
I love it.
But
I
I
love
think
it.
to other people
love it.
how maybe they're
Yeah.
just not interested. You know what I mean, and
Right.
stuff like that. So I'm mindful. Like when I sit and talk with my some family and stuff like
Yeah.
that, I go. They don't know the ins and outs of
Yeah.
anything. You know, they just like, oh, like my grandmother, for instance. She's like, oh, so. My grandmother still probably doesn't understand how my life works.
no, yeah.
Yo, my
whole family
parents
doesn't.
don't know
Don't
what I'm doing.
understand.
Oh yeah, they have no
They don't know
idea
what
what
the
I
fuck
do.
I'm doing.
When I got this
Nobody
studio,
knows what I do.
honestly, getting this studio from my grandmother, she was finally like,
Oh,
okay,
this what you do.
something I can understand.
yeah, they
don't
She
know.
was like, so
They don't
I go to her house all the time. She'd be like, so you was at the studio working with people?
Yes,
I was like,
grandma.
yes, grandma, I was at the studio
was at
working
the
with
studio
people.
working with people.
Yeah, that's my job.
Yeah.
Like to her, it's like, okay, that's his job. Like, okay,
Yeah.
good, he has a job now. And I'm like, what the fuck, grandma? I'm like, grandma, what the fuck?
That's interesting with the friend group.
Love you,
Nah,
grandma.
for me, I have
Yeah.
different friends for different things. Like for example, I'll vent to like my
Word.
media friend, like Armand and Jordan. I'll vent to them for hours about like this shit because we all talk about it. But then if I just want to chill, I'll hit up like Shav or you know what I'm saying. So,
Right.
The regulars and
I wish
shit.
I had people to vent to. That's honestly why I need a therapist.
Yeah, you need one.
I really need
I've
one.
tried to do it with people that are rock stars. It don't work. My friends live like rock stars. They live very quickly.
Facts.
Like very.
What do you mean?
I've met them.
Like it's a constant. You know, it's a
I've
constant
met
go
them.
go.
Do you feel
go,
like
go,
they're
go.
not like listening, or do you feel like they don't understand what you're saying? Do you
I-
feel like they're judging? Like
I just
why?
don't believe the reception.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like
what,
when I open up and say it,
Yeah.
I just don't feel comfortable.
I feel that.
or
think-
if I'm
I think
saying
for
like,
me-
okay, yeah.
No, real quick. I think for me that's why I'm so open. Like no, for real.
No, I'll tell you my life
serious.
story.
No, I'm
I
so
think-
serious.
I
I think
think-
that's why I'm kind of so open because it builds trust. Like, look,
Oh, yeah.
you can kind of trust me. Like, as open as I am on this podcast, I'm probably even worse when these mics go off. Like,
That's
I'm
a
willing to
fact.
just tell you my whole life.
Okay.
But I think I do that because it's like, you know what? Y'all can understand, like, there's a human here. It's not just a fact that, yo, we got to work together. We got to put these mics on. We got to
Right.
do this. No, I want y'all to understand, like, yo, I'm trying to be open. It's hard to do that. Like I was telling Pierre, men, I can't speak for women.
Yeah.
Men don't make friends after the age of 25.
Or it's really difficult
if
to.
It is so difficult
It's hard for
men
men.
to make friends after a certain age.
Yeah, it's
Right?
not impossible. It's really hard.
It's
yeah.
extremely
Yeah.
unlikely.
Yeah.
And then I find myself having conversations with P,
Yeah.
and it's like we're on the phone, but it's because he's passionate about something, I'm
Mm-hmm.
passionate about something, and then it's a crossroad. Our passion is just like laser beams that just cross each other. And now it's like, oh shit, you're a great human.
Right.
I think I'm a decent guy.
Come on.
And
Yeah.
now we're friends. You know what I'm saying? And that's the spark of, or the root or the foundation of a friendship. But if I didn't do what I did now, I don't know where my friendships would be, because a lot of those shits fell off, or we just go in different directions, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So for me, I've always looked at it like, yo, wait, what are friendships at 25, 30, 35, 40? Like, I couldn't imagine being 40 years old trying to make a friend. You probably
no.
can't.
No,
It's almost-
I
it's-
believe it. You could meet someone and have a really great connection with
It's
them.
okay, you can, but it's
But it's
unlikely.
tough.
It is. No, yeah,
because
it
it's
is
so
tough.
much.
Trust doesn't come
Why do you
overnight.
think
And,
it's
I
harder-
feel you guys because like you got like being. It's hard to vent because there are mad like disingenuous people out there. Like
Yeah.
I'm venting to you, you don't really care. Do you really care? Like I get that, but for
Right.
me, I think it's I know which friends to vent to because we've been through stuff together. Like you were there for me, I was there for
That's the
you.
one.
So I trust
That's
you.
the one.
I will vent.
'Cause I've
to you.
had friends in the past where it's like you think they understand where you're coming from, They really
I've
don't.
been
They
fucked
hating on the low.
so many
Or if they're not hating on the
times.
low, they being disingenuous. If not being disingenuous, they watching you. Like it's just, and I think that's what it is for men. Because men are. I'm not saying women aren't weird, but men are really
Men are
weird.
fucking weird.
Men are
I had
really
a best
weird,
friend.
bro.
This
Men are really
motherfucker,
weird, bro.
fucking every girl cheated on me, as we already said.
We discussed
Don't
this.
tell me that.
I had a friend, one
did
of
that?
my best friends.
No.
He
don't
was the
say it.
reason he put me on that she was cheating on me.
Oh, I thought you was gonna
But
say
I didn't
it.
realize
Yeah, I
they
thought
were.
he was gonna say
It was because they were talking every day.
Of course
He was talking every day and venting. She was venting to him about me, which she's an idiot. And then
he gotta go.
he was telling me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" He would put me on three-way with her, just like she's saying this. But he was trying to fuck too. He was a fucking.
probably
He
did.
was.
Can
a
I go beat
fucking
him up
master
for you?
manipulator. Like this is one friend in my life. I'm not gonna lie. I would never say his name.
What's his
This
sign?
one friend I had in high school. This nigga was incredible.
What's his sign?
I don't fucking know.
A Gemini.
He
He was a Gemini.
He was a light skinned black.
Those goddamn light skinners.
He was a light skinned black, but he was that one friend that I thank God, like I was strong enough not to let him overtake my life, because he was when I look back, I'm like, oh, I hope my child never meets that guy. That's a master manipulator. Like he was good at this.
How
shit.
didn't you realize?
God
Like, what do you
dang.
mean? Like, what was he doing?
Because he had a way of building a trust with you, and at the same time, kind of like making you do the things he needed you to do. And he would fuck you, and then you it still wouldn't click to you. Shut your
that he
mouth.
fucked you.
Shut your
Yo, chill
fucking
out,
face.
Stop,
your face.
stop.
And then
can't.
That's funny as hell.
and what you call it? That's right. I'll cancel you right now. But he had a way of just manipulating people, and I watch him do it. Like when I see how our crew was set, I'm like, damn, this is his
Men are really
orchestrator.
good with
No,
that.
when you look at the
Yeah.
whole big picture, you're like, oh shit. They
shit, you
talked
was
to
doing that.
everybody
He did
before
that.
me.
Yo, cut class. I'm like, no,
But
nigga,
you
I'm
put
not
so
cutting
much
class.
trust in the
Like,
dude.
put
You
a lot of
wasn't
trust.
looking
I
at him.
fucked with him.
Like, nigga, I don't see you for that.
All right, I didn't have many
Yeah,
friends in
like-
high school, and that was my first crew of friends. Like, oh shit, I'm finally in a crew, because what happened to me, I kind of got fucked up. I went to boarding school in 8th grade. So 8th
Really?
grade to go, I was in
Wow.
Boston for about 6 months, and I didn't like it, and I came back. So 6 months into my first year of high school in New York, everybody's clicked up.
Yeah, yeah.
So I didn't make any friends. So so from that moment, it was hard for me to make friends. I never could find a crew. This was the first time I made a crew in like 11th grade. They were seniors. I was like, I finally got a crew of
Got me a
friends.
little, yeah.
And so I got caught up in that, and it was just a wild time from there, and that was it.
Wow.
Facts.
Yeah, I hope your kid never runs into that guy either.
That nigga, yeah, for sure. But I'll identify his ass if I
I
see
pray
him.
nobody ever runs into somebody that's like that. That's scary stuff, man.
Scary.
That's
Because you don't realize it when it's happening.
Right.
don't.
You never do.
realize
when
it.
you put the pieces
You
together.
like,
never do.
holy
You
shit.
never do.
He almost got me
It's
killed
it's
one
like
time in
Crime
the hood.
Solver.
What the
It's like
fuck?
He almost
Crime
got me killed in
Solver.
yeah.
He almost got
Bro,
you killed?
because me and him was said something about some chick that I knew. I was like, he asked me about her. I was like, oh, my man is on that. Like, he's
Smashing that.
smashing. Nigga goes and tells her, yo, Dev told me he heard blah, blah, blah. And I'm, bro,
You gotta up it
the
on something,
nigga
bro.
came to my block. My nigga, thank God I was in the hood too.
Right,
My
right.
niggas came. I never forget. My boy came to my block. He was like, "Yo, bro, that nigga. I don't want to say his street name. That nigga, what you call it, looking for you." I said, "For what?" He said, "You said something about his girl." I said, "Oh fuck."
Why would
You
you
knew
know
exactly what it
so-and-so?
was. You
I
know
knew what it was, and I was like,
exactly what
"All
it was.
right." So niggas came, and he was like, "Oh, this." Dev, luckily I knew his niggas, and my niggas knew. It was lucky, or
Bro,
else
like
it was on site.
before you like
Yo.
discovered your voice,
great.
what kind of life would you live in?
I was in the street.
No, for real.
Playing
like, what-
basketball.
what
I was in
kind
the
of
street
life?
playing basketball.
You
I
was
was
in the street
playing basketball. I was cool with everybody. I wasn't banging. My niggas was banging.
Right.
But I was playing basketball. I knew how to be the nigga that the niggas was like, yo,
Yeah,
like you know what I mean.
go.
But if we had problems, we had problems. Like straight up, we
Yeah.
like. But I never was that type of nigga though. Like I knew. Yo,
You knew who you needed to know to get up
yeah,
out of
I
there.
knew.
Got
I knew
it.
who I needed to know.
Yeah,
bro.
welcome
Like
to the Need
straight
to Know
up.
podcast.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Welcome.
I knew he was gonna
It
do
just,
that.
it just did that on its own. I didn't do
circle,
that.
full
You know what I'm
Kind of
saying?
like when the stage was calling me, like that callback was just calling me. Too.
You
Like,
know-
oh, let me bring that back.
You need an
Yo,
audience.
I do this shit, bro.
You
I
need
do
an
this
audience.
shit.
I would
do
love
this
to
full
be.
time.
If it's just us
I
five
do this
watching you
full
on
time.
that stage, bro, I would piss myself.
If y'all do the
wet
smooth
myself.
off, I'll do a set.
Yo, that's
If y'all do a smooth off,
Smooth
I'll
off.
do the set.
Smooth off.
And
That's a good idea.
yeah, fellas, make sure y'all take all of the tips that the guys gave you today, including myself. Like
smooth
make her
off.
safe, be smooth, pay the
Nah,
bill.
I don't like being smooth.
Never look
maybe
at the
it doesn't
bill.
even have to be all about women and it could be like smooth to like an everyday person.
Everything.
A
Like
delivery girl.
you
Like,
think we
oh,
got
no.
to this
Right.
status without doing that? Like,
Just put
But
you in
am
that
I-
scenario.
I think the point should be if a laugh. We get a laugh. Bing.
Okay, bing. I like that
you
point.
gonna
That's a
laugh?
point.
That's like I think a
or
laugh.
she's like, ew, what the fuck?
or a smile or like.
oh my god. right. On that note, anybody got anything else to say? We good? We good? We good?
Nah,
we good?
I
Cool.
think I'm God. Just about to say something, but
sure?
that boy D just knocked it out.
I love how like before we were like, yo, what the fuck happened? What are we gonna talk about this week? And then we always wind up talking about like mad shit. I love it.
Oh, I didn't even.
Yeah, I love it.
That.
To extend the conversation, please make sure you guys go check out the Need to Know podcast Patreon. Go on patreon.com, type in Need to Know Pod. There are 3 tiers. All right, make sure you guys see which one fits for you. I do know the $15 tier, which is our max tier, which is the can't afford therapy tier. Every single piece of content that we put out is on audio. All right. I know a lot of people like to listen to podcasts. I personally like to listen to podcasts. And so that way we kind of made it easy. Just go to that tier. You can get every single thing we've ever done, for the most part, on audio. Devon Terrell, Reggie Nacho, Alex, my guy, and everybody, all the good people listening to this podcast. I love you. We appreciate you. God willing, we will be back again next week. It's what you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. Peace out, y'all.
Deuces.